This is the session that we are beginning with. The session that we are beginning with is climatology. So आज climatology पे बात होगी. The class is in English, so it is an English medium batch. I will be talking in English, but अगर मैं कुछ हिंदी में बोलता हूँ, whatever I speak in Hindi, that will be translated in English. Don't worry on that. And if some of you are from the Hindi medium background, अगर आप हिंदी medium background से हैं और अगर आप कुछ चीजें पूछना चाहते हैं अलग से, तो भी आपको पूछ सकते हैं. So students who are from bilingual Hindi medium background, वो भी पूछ सकते हैं, whatever you want. Okay, that the course material and the course lectures and the course PowerPoints will be in English. And the course has one target, not just finishing the syllabus. The target is somehow we should be preparing. Exam में क्या देगा is a different story. 300 is our target. Some of you who have given the exam before, you might say, sir, 300 is not easy. These days he's not giving 300. 280 is a good score. I'm saying this is the target. If we achieve this, not bad. Not bad. Get that? So target are like stars. Stars act as a direction to us. You go towards the stars. You go for the stars. You may not get them, but you aspire for them. So target wo hai. And I also want to tell you that optional subject, the target which you set, this is keeping in mind the top rank, not just selection, top rank. So Rupa made simple chapter 8 and chapter 10 second reading done. Okay, Dushyant, that's really good. And I hope people who have bought the books, मैंने book की एक list बनाई थी. People who have not watched this, the first session of this course was course orientation and blueprint. So उसमें सारी books की बात की गई. All books have been talked of. So I would like to save time on that. People who are not on this channel, you can come on this channel. That also will be there. ठीक है. एक और चीज बता रहा हूं मैं. Everyone who's listening to me, last batch, previous batch, there were many things which were done, and this batch many new things are done. So whenever you get an opportunity, you should be attending the fresh batch at an academy, because the teachers keep on upgrading, teachers keep on bringing newer aspects of the examination based on the PYQs, based on the recent examinations, based on the recent developments. And geography is such a subject. Geography एक ऐसा विषय है जिसमें we have to bring in such inputs. So that is one. Last batch, I was using two series. One is the quadrant series, and another is the baseline series, where people got an advantage to write answers also. Get that? But in this one, ऐसी कोई series नहीं चल रही है, because last batch was happening close to mains. नमस्ते हिमांशु, all students who are joining in, welcome. कुछ instructions दे रहा हूँ, अगर मिस हो गई हैं तो इनको repeat कर लीजिएगा. So I will be giving questions in this class, and I will be inviting answer submissions from the people who submitted within the deadline. So ये सबके लिए open नहीं किया जाएगा. This was open last time to everyone. We had opened it to everyone. Anyone could attend. Now only my students are allowed to do that. Do we get that? तो वो भी आपको एक opportunity मिलेगी for answer writing, but let's not go into answer writing immediately. Answer writing के लिए मेरे plans क्या हैं? Many people keep on asking me about answer writing. Sir, my friend who's a doctor and cleared pre in 2021 and waiting for mains result, he told me that geography optional is very lengthy. Is it very true? So Kushi, geography optional is lengthy. Ask your friend who's a doctor if he took medical science, even that is lengthy. Get that? So definitely geography, history, political science, these are considered lengthy optionals. So lengthy optional है. अभी उसकी length की भी बात करेंगे. Answer के लिए, अभी सभी लोगों के लिए. So we are talking about answer writing. Answer writing practice. How will it happen? So right in the beginning, I'm telling you, level 1 only code, level 2 code plus written feedback. So जो लोग नए हैं, people who have come for the first time to my class, you might be wondering what is a code. So there is a baseline series that we ran where we gave students certain scores based on their answer. So that helps in telling the student where is the level. So ये आपके साथ अभी level 1 में किया जाएगा, basic paper 1 में, and फिर advanced में भी किया जाएगा. So I think March and April mid we will operate at level 1 and level 2 will come after April. Is it okay to all? So answer writing practice, I have told you that will happen exclusively only for this batch students. It will not be open to all like it was open to all for everyone. पहले हुआ करता था, it was before, but now it is not done. So that will be an advantage to the students who are working currently and who are playing currently this game of getting 300 plus. So it is the current batch commitment which is there. So ये questions जो हैं Telegram पे नहीं डाले जाएंगे. They will be declared only in the class and there will be a timeline given to you. So deadline also, everything will be given only here. That's an advantage. You get an evaluation from your teacher also. Okay, that's an important instruction. Many people sent me messages about that. Dhruv is saying answer writing is really difficult for me. So Dhruv, I will be initiating you into answer writing. I'll be telling you what ways you should be writing answers. Then I would be basing my questions on what I have already taught and then ask you to write. So that will be, what do we call it? First we say this is like protected answer writing. So after a couple of answers, then I will be throwing open newer questions which I would not have taught you, but you are supposed to read and think and write. So I will raise the bar gradually. Abruptly karunga, so you will also not be empowered in that. I hope you got my idea on answer writing. Reading, if you have not done reading till now, if you do not know how to cover the syllabus, so there has been a 16 lecture foundation course. उसमें वो techniques बताई गई हैं, आप वो भी देख सकते हैं. Get that? So that is it. So these were my instructions. I think 5 minutes, in fact 7 minutes are over. Shall we come to the topic? Okay, if you have any questions you can, and if you want you can raise your hands. So this is Masterstroke. The program name is called Masterstroke Geography Paper 1 Comprehensive. We are starting with climatology and we are starting with atmospheric basics. Okay, what am I going to do in terms of content? So one is there will be slides. There will be slides. So in the class there will be slides and writing. You will be writing in your notebook. I have a strong recommendation which I gave in the foundation also, that you should have a blank notebook with you. Running notes will be there. You can take some jottings. And along with reading, you should add to it. How much time you should give after the class? So the class is 2.5 hours. Okay, that. And I would expect you to give at least 1.5 hours post class. Abhi beginning, फिर बढ़ा देंगे. Sandhya is saying, sir, Dr. Kuller किस paper के लिए? So this question is very, very discouraging. That someone is saying, Dr. Kuller किस paper के लिए? So that tells me that you are an absolute beginner. आपसे request है कि थोड़ा सा वो जरूर देखिएगा. Please look at the foundation classes. And many people will come. वो foundation में भी आते हैं. तो आपको थोड़ा सा पता होना चाहिए. Paper 1 and Paper 2. Paper 1 and Paper 2. Paper 1 is Principles of Geography. Paper 1 is Principles of Geography, where we cover principles of physical geography and principles of human geography. Paper 2 is called Indian Geography. Okay? I have a request, everyone. I have a personal request. मैंने पहले भी कहा था और संध्या आप मेरे ख्याल से पहले भी क्लास में आए हैं. UPSC CSE 2022 notification. Even if you have not filled in the form this year, in that geography optional syllabus is there. Okay, people who attended the foundation, remember the first class we had gone for a rank. हमने एक rank लगाया अपने target के लिए. I would want you to add their syllabus. So syllabus should be next to that rank. Get that? 10 chapters in paper 1, 10 chapters in paper 2. Yes. Nidhi is saying world geography आप complete कराएंगे क्या? So Nidhi पूरा syllabus है बच्चे, सारा ही कराया जाएगा. तो उसका जहाँ वर्ल्ड ज्योग्राफी का पार्ट होगा वो होगा. ये वर्ल्ड सेंट्रिक होता है, ये इंडिया सेंट्रिक होता है. So when you are doing an optional, तो वो सारी चीजें उसमें कवर होंगी. Everything will be covered in that. So if you are a beginner who has not looked at the syllabus at all, किसी को सुन कर आए हैं कि यार वहाँ पे एक अच्छी क्लास हो रही है, go and attend that. So I'm saying you will not create value until unless you know syllabus क्या है. Paper 1 और paper 2 का दोनों का मेंस में टेस्ट होगा. So now optional is coming only in mains. There will be a 300 mark paper for 3 hours. 300 marks paper for 3 hours. Main examination happens on 2 weekends. Main examination happens on 2 weekends. पहले weekend पर essay and GS आता है. On the first weekend, it is the essay and the GS papers. Then you get a gap of 5 days, and after that comes your optional paper. Do we get that? Okay. My mistake. मैं पुराना ही आज तक लिख रहा हूँ. R times was 300, so 250. Sorry. So 250 marks, 3 hours paper, and you will get a 5-day gap. You will get a 5-day gap also between GS and optional. Is everyone okay with this? So if you are totally new to the scheme of things, ये भी मैंने आपको बता दिया है. आपको कितने क्वेश्चन करने होते हैं? There are total 8 questions in the paper. 8 questions in the paper. In this you have to do 5. So you have a choice, but the choice is a restricted choice. You have a choice in the paper. Choice is restricted choice because 2 are compulsory. So 2 questions are compulsory. Is everyone okay? So जिन लोगों ने एग्जाम के बारे में कोई जानकारी नहीं है and have come with a lot of trust and faith that the teacher will be telling me everything, वही मुझे सब कुछ बताएंगे. So I hope I have made it clear कि paper 1 and paper 2 will be coming in the main examination. All answers will be essay type. इसमें MCQ नहीं आएगा. Essay type answers लिखने हैं आपको. Essay type answer, and you have to clear the examination. In this, the scores which students are getting, scores can be out of 600. Normally, unprepared student बहुत बुरा score भी लाते हैं. I have seen 80. I have seen 300. I think 327. कुछ cases में मैंने 340 तक भी देखा है. Get that? Out of 500. Sorry. निधि सिंह सिलेबस कहाँ तक हो गया है? निधि कैसे आना हुआ बच्चे? कैसे आना हुआ? आप आ गए, आपने ऑन कर लिया. कई बार होता है ना अनअकैडमी में, यू हैव दिस ऑप्शन दैट फ्री क्लासेस आर देयर. दिस इज ज्योग्राफी ऑप्शनल. वी आर स्टार्टिंग द बैच. और जैसे आप आकर पूछ रहे हैं कि सिलेबस कहाँ तक हो गया, तो आप किसी भी टीचर का कोई भी कोर्स देख रहे हैं, नॉट ओनली मी, तो कम से कम कोर्स तो देखेंगे, उस कोर्स का प्लानर तो देखेंगे ना, है ना? तो ऐसा बहुत होगा. और मैंने कहा ना, ये भी हो सकता है अच्छा ये ज्योग्राफी, मैं तो हिस्ट्री सोच कर आया था. सो दैट्स आल्सो देयर. अगर आप गलत आ गए तो दैट्स आल्सो ओके. सो निधि आज मेरी फर्स्ट क्लास है, तो निधि आप ही से रिक्वेस्ट है, अगर आपकी पहली क्लास है सो प्लीज इसमें एक क्लास पहले हुई है जिसको कोर्स ओरिएंटेशन कहा जाता है, उसको जरूर देखिए, ठीक है, उसको जरूर देखिएगा. एंड ऑल स्टूडेंट्स फॉर whom this is your first class, I have a request, please watch the first class which was introductory class. And second thing is, if you have come to a lecture for anything at an academy, please देखिए कि किसका लेक्चर है, who is the teacher and what is the serial number, है ना. उस कोर्स के बारे में भी जरूर देखिए कि what is the course plan, तो आपको कोर्स भी मिल जाएगा, उसका डेट्स भी मिल जाएगा, everything is there. So if you want to extract the best out of this course, you should be that much alert. So that's my request and my expectation, because you would also want me to be alert. है ना. तो चलिए, ये बेसिक चीजें हो गई. My name is Sachin Arora. I have been teaching for civil services for last 17 years, and amazing results and amazing experiences have happened in these last 17 years, and I look forward to similar results coming from your side. Okay? Geography, I know this subject is very, very interesting, provided it is taught in a particular way. Otherwise, it looks very boring. किसी ने starting में कहा कि syllabus बड़ा है. The syllabus of geography is lengthy. So I want to tell you, geography, political science, history, economics, anthropology, psychology, etc. These social science subjects, along with pure science subjects like physics, chemistry, botany, zoology, life science or medical science, engineering के भी कुछ streams allowed हैं, engineering science, civil mechanical, yes, mathematics. इन सब का सिलेबस लेंदी है, बाबा सिलेबस. और पबैड, सोशियोलॉजी, इन सब का सिलेबस बेबी सिलेबस है, ठीक है. पीएसआईआर आ गया, खुशी, यहाँ पे पॉलिटिकल साइंस ही कहते हैं. अगर आपको पीएसआईआर ही पता है और उसके आगे नहीं पता है तो गड़बड़ हो जाएगा. यस, सो नाइडू, आई एम स्पीकिंग, आई एम जस्ट सेइंग दैट प्योर साइंस सब्जेक्ट्स एंड सोशल साइंस सब्जेक्ट्स, बाबा सिलेबस. बाबा मीन्स बिग सिलेबस. यस, पबैड सोशियोलॉजी, इसमें आई एम एडिंग लिटरेचर आल्सो, लिटरेचर, ह्यूमैनिटीज में लिटरेचर आल्सो. ट्रू. So Baba in baby syllabus. So somebody asked me which one is big syllabus, which one is small syllabus. So baby syllabus. So on day one, you're worried, oh my God. But please tell me, everyone, this is the syllabus of, say for example, everyone please pay attention. These dots are the syllabus entries. This is the syllabus for history. This is the syllabus for geography. This is the syllabus for political science. Is everyone okay? And this is the syllabus for PABAD. So you are happy? So this is small syllabus, that is big syllabus. So let me tell you, UPSC will not favor anyone, no? Or will it favor anyone? UPSC तो किसी को favor नहीं करेगी. Yes. Suppose I say this circle represents the demand of UPSC. If I say this circle represents the demand of UPSC, so tell me, superimpose. So I'm superimposing this circle here and this circle here. Is everyone okay? This is UPSC demand. What will happen? Most questions will be from syllabus directly. Most questions will be from the syllabus directly. In this, most questions will be indirect, because many things are there, no gaps are there. So what do you have to do? Not out of syllabus. They might look like out of syllabus, yes or no? So I would believe that here you need a lot of debate. Yeah, out of box कह सकते हैं हिमांशु, out of box. Many things will be there. Tanuj is saying PYQ repeats sometimes or not. You should look at the PYQs then. You should look at the PYQs. Yeah, more of a platform. And I want to tell you, in these Baba syllabus, Baba means the big syllabus ones, there are these three very special ones: geography, political science, and history. Geography, political science, and history, they have explicit role in GS papers. Yes or no? So somebody asked me in the very beginning, and since this is your first class of geography optional, you might have this thing, oh, I heard that geography is a big syllabus. Geography, history, political science, botany, zoology, they are all big syllabus. They're all big syllabus. But why do still people take botany? Why do people still take zoology? Why do doctors still take medical science? Why do engineers still take that? Because that's their interest and they know the stuff. So they know that when I know it, the questions will be coming from there. True or not? And I also believe that for bad in sociology, your language should be, really, really articulate with your language. In subjects like geography, you can say, okay, as shown in the figure, left, right, diagram below, upper. You can save yourself, even if your language is that way. Is everyone okay? So this was the first thing which I think somebody had asked, Kushi had asked. So Kushi, there is no hiding about that. Your syllabus is big. Your syllabus will help you cover that. And your teacher is going to work on that. There is a time-bound completion of the syllabus that is going to happen. Yes or no? And tell me, where is the life of the teacher easy? In subjects with big syllabus or small syllabus? Small syllabus, you can say, okay, finish, bacha, do it yourself. Let's think and link and relate it to this, that. Get that? And I remember, in public administration, I was writing that test. So one of my subjects was public administration. So I'm talking about this. Not I have heard from someone. I have really seen that, and I've really scored well in public administration also. So I'm not saying that those subjects are not good, but now that you made up your mind in geography and somebody tells you and you feel bad, oh my God, I took geography. So I really want to tell you, trust your wife. Don't trust neighbor's wife. Get that? So I want to tell you, geography optional. When we were talking about this in public administration, I remember getting questions not in English language. That was a statement in German. What did Weber mean by this? So, yeah, English में कुछ तो सोचेगा. You will think something in English. Yes or no? Do we get that? So with this, I would want to start today's topic. I hope your queries have been addressed, and this is what I'm going to do. This is an English medium batch. I will be speaking in English, but whatever comes in Hindi would be repeated, or you can ask me what you did not understand. Sir, इतना सारा read करेंगे, answer लिखते time याद रहेगा कि नहीं? Priyanka is saying, sir, इतना सारा read करेंगे. Priyanka, I have listened to your doubts for the last 10-12 days. I'm a little surprised that you are still continuing with my classes. I'm a little surprised that you are still continuing with my classes, because all your doubts are about somewhere you have, or maybe you have attended someone's classes also. Because I really thought in the foundation itself, after doing this thing, after doing the reading and all that, people have really brought a lot of change. You were not following anything there also. अपने हिसाब से you were doing NCERT also. मैंने कहा GC Leong करें. Everyone who's here, if you did foundation, those 3 readings of GC Leong, do you still remember a lot of it or not? And you're still saying कि sir इतना पढ़ेंगे तो याद कैसे रहेगा? I don't know, Priyanka, how come you are in this and you have not been touched by the whole foundation process? क्योंकि आप करते तो अपने मन का ही बच्चे. Because your doubts tell me because no change is happening. And see, there is a doctor who's giving some medicine and the patient is not taking that medicine, and no change is happening. So the doctor one day asks, "Are you really taking the medicine?" So that is what I'm saying. Yaad rahega, nahi rahega. I think there are a lot of things, and I also want to tell you that people who are doing this thing, daily early test, we are putting that early test. A lot of it is coming from geography. Can you relate to it or not? So many things are attracting you. Yes, I can score high in this. So I hope I have brought that. Priyanka, please get the big picture. But aapki capacity hai. Do not underestimate yourself. Do not think that I don't have that capacity. And all students who have been my students all these years, they have worked on their capacity. And not only here, even in academy. Generally, weekends, many students call up and we talk to them. They do share so many things, and they are really think that like they are increasing their capacity. Hai na? Priyanka is saying yes. Let me try to sync with the new things. So Priyanka, just I should come to the topic, but I just wanted to tell you that everyone, when somebody tells me about try, I often do this exercise. So I have a glass of water with me. Do you have something with you next to you? I have a pen also next to me. Do you have a notebook next to you? Yes. Try to pick that up. Try to pick that up. Try to pick that up. Yes, sir, I've done it. No. I said try to pick that up. Yes, sir, I picked it up. No. I did not ask you to pick it up. I asked you to try to pick it up. So what is the difference? Try to kick the wall next to your room and destroy it. You cannot. So generally, when we tell someone, okay, I will try. So that's an excuse. So I'll try syncing with this. So I don't try to teach you guys. I teach you. And changes happen. So all students who are with that trial mode, can we start the course with, I'm not going to try things. I'm not going to try things. I'm not going to try things. I'm going to make things happen. True or not? And that's my promise. Things will happen. Things will happen. That's my guarantee. You come here. At first class, you'll get the demonstration of that. So don't try. Try is often an excuse. Try is often an excuse. Hear that? So 14 February, you proposed to her. She said, okay, I'll try. Yes. You proposed to her. She said, okay, I'll try. I'll try and consider your proposal. You know what is it? She's just being sweet. She doesn't want to, be rude. So let's be very clear. No means no. Yes means yes. Sir, I did not do this, and my homework is not done, and I will make sure that I do it by this date. That's all. No guilt, nothing. Is everyone with me? And is everyone okay with my language? Bhasha samajh mein aa rahi? So let's start with this. Meaning and scope of climatology, origin of atmosphere, composition of atmosphere, structure of atmosphere, temperature, and the spatial distributions. We're going to do that. These are 5 things that we are going to do. And since this was the first class, so I had to tell the students what all is to come. So that is why I have done that. Okay. Now, I want to start with an exercise. What is atmosphere for you? What is atmosphere for you? And is it significant? So some people are saying, sir, homework done. So I want to tell you, people who have come here, if this is your first day. So in the class, I already show the student that what is going to happen the next day. I already tell the students what is going to happen the next day. So this is what you had to read. Suppose you did not read it. Suppose you did not read it. You can read it after the class also. Class 11th NCERT Chapter 8, Geography Made Simple, Chapter 10, Atmosphere and its Energy. And class handout will be posted after the class. Okay. So what is atmosphere for you? Envelope of gases, envelope, and everyone who's listening to me, please participate. This will help you a lot. And if you feel that no, if I write, others will read, and if my answer is wrong, they will laugh on me. I am very, very clear that is there, that you need not have that fear. So where will the handouts come? Handouts will be posted on the update section of the course. Okay, perfect. Have you seen the atmosphere? Have you seen the atmosphere? Have you seen the atmosphere? Okay. So you haven't seen. Atmosphere is a mixture of gases, envelope of gases. Absolutely okay. And you've not seen the atmosphere. Perfectly okay. Okay. Have you seen a pond ever? Have you seen a river ever? Have you seen an ocean ever? Pond, river, ocean, or a swimming pool? Simple. Yes, you have seen that. Okay, perfect. How many of you know how to swim? Say why. If you know how to swim, say why. Say why if you know how to swim. Okay. So people who know how to swim, when you go inside the water, do you feel the pressure on you increasing? Yes. Why that feeling? Why that feeling? Why that feeling? So when we are going in depth, जैसे जैसे हम अंदर जा रहे हैं, so what happens? निधि बेटा कोर्स इंग्लिश का है, कोर्स इज इन इंग्लिश, कुछ समझ में नहीं आएगा वो हम हिंदी कर सकते हैं, ठीक है? So जैसे जैसे अंदर जा रहे हैं, पानी का वेट बढ़ रहा है, the weight, the pressure of the water increases. Is everyone okay? Perfect. Thank you. Okay, stop. ठीक है, सबको समझ आ रहा है, कुछ आया समझ में? पानी का वेट जो है वो आपके ऊपर बढ़ता है. The pressure is the weight of the water on you. Get that? If you ask a fish, have you seen water? The fish will say, where is the water? Why? Because fish is living in water. Fish doesn't feel that it is outside. It is an integral part for the fish. Not adapted the way. वो बोलेगा पानी है किधर? उसको तो यही पता है कि पानी ही होता है सब. Yes or no? If you take the fish outside from water, put it on land, then the fish will say, oh my God, where is my home? Where is water? And then the fish will say, where is water? True? Yes or no? I want to tell you that you haven't seen the atmosphere, but you live all the time in atmosphere. You live all the time in atmosphere. आपने देखा नहीं है. Do we get that? We all live all the time in atmosphere. That is the significance of atmosphere. अगर atmosphere नहीं है तो आप नहीं हैं. Please get that. We are those fish, and I want to tell you, we are not fish. We are not fish. Do you know in the pond, there are certain things which walk and crawl at the bottom? कुछ चीजें हैं, crab. Yes, they walk and crawl at the bottom. So we are not fish. We are the bottom crawlers of the ocean of gases above us. Yes or no? अब मुझे बताओ फिर, who's the fish? If you got my example, you will be able to guess the fish also. Who's the fish? Who floats in water? Who floats in air? Birds. Do you get that? So many times you think that the bird is putting no effort. The bird is putting no effort because there is already a fluid on which the bird is floating. Yes or no? Aeroplane is doing the same thing. Sir, if we are in an ocean, ocean has got waves. Ocean has got waves or not? But atmosphere doesn't have waves. Hello, what are clouds? No, what are clouds? Clouds are waves. Clouds are nothing but waves of condensed water vapor. And I'm not doing it as a joke or like some literary comparison. I'm doing it in all my seriousness. I'm doing this comparison in all my seriousness, that we are living in a fluid. The fluid is invisible. It is all around us, and that is what we are talking about. Air has currents, air will rise, air will sink, and air also turns around. Remember, ocean has got eddies. भंवर पड़ते हैं पानी में. पानी में भंवर पड़ते हैं कि नहीं पड़ते हैं? Yes or no? Cyclones. Atmosphere में cyclone होता है. So first of all us human beings, arrogant human beings who think the world हमारी मुट्ठी में है, all species we can do that, whatever we want to. So please understand that is atmosphere. So atmosphere, if you do not relate to atmosphere like that, कैसे पढ़ोगे उसको? Is everyone okay? That's atmosphere. Now, where did this atmosphere come from? Get that? What is it made up of? How much should I know? That is what today's class is about. So आज की क्लास किस चीज से जुड़ी हुई है? किस चीज से जुड़ी हुई है? Atmosphere and all about it. So everyone comfortable? तो जो लोग इंग्लिश हिंदी, the English people, are you comfortable with the English? The Hindi people, are you comfortable? आपको समझ आ रहा है जो मैं बोल रहा हूँ? Naidu, I think Naidu had written that he's from English. Are you comfortable? So because if you ask a question and I do that and you are not able to convey back, so that's okay. So thank you. Yes for Hindi, yes for English. Okay, perfect. And anywhere, whosoever is not understanding, please, you have the full freedom to do that. Okay. Now I have two words coming for you. I have two words coming for you. ठीक है पिनाकी, हिंदी में भी एक्सप्लेन करेंगे. Two words are coming for you. One is climatology. Other is meteorology. So what is this class on? Climatology. ये क्लास तो climatology में. And there's something called as meteorology. तो meteorology क्या होता है? What is meteorology? Meteorology क्या होता है? हिंदी वाले लोगों के लिए जलवायु होता है, जलवायु विज्ञान. और ये क्या है? मौसम विज्ञान. Study of weather and climate. Okay. So everyone, I want to tell you that both of them are study of atmosphere. Study of atmosphere. Is everyone okay? What do they study? The fluid on which we are, जिसमें हम हैं, इस वायुमंडल को पढ़ते हैं. ठीक है? They study the atmosphere. वायुमंडल को पढ़ेंगे. But this one studies in space and time. Means how is the atmosphere variable or varying? Variations, क्या बदलाव आ रहे हैं समय और स्थान के साथ? How is it changing in space and time? Do we get that? Whereas meteorology is a scientific study of atmospheric variables and dynamism. This is about why, how. This is about cause and effect. हाँ बिल्कुल. So somebody is asking me, sir, should I keep writing? Yes. This is what you have to write. So this is jotting. And people who attended the first class, I said your paper should be blank and you're jotting something in the class. After the class, take a different color pen and add it. Whatever you get from NCERT, whatever you get from something else in different color ink, you should be adding it. And if this looks dirty, kachra, if this looks dirty, this is what I want. Your note should be like this. Okay, that? Again, I said, बहुत सुंदर मत बनाइए, बिल्कुल इसको होली किताब बनाना है, holy notes. ठीक है, running notes. Don't worry on that. Don't make it the most colorful. बहुत सुंदर वो बना रहे. Don't do that. ठीक है. So can I say climatology will answer what? Where and when, and who will answer why and how? This is that. True. Is everyone okay? Climatology is a social science. ये social science है. This is a pure science. Okay. What is the animal it studies? It studies weather. तो जो हिंदी माध्यम के छात्र हैं, मौसम को पढ़ता है, weather. Yes or no? And ये क्या पढ़ता है? What does it read? जलवायु. Is everyone okay? So this is something that you have written. Is everyone okay? Your jottings are done. How will I support it? How will I explain it? I will have some slides to do with it. Okay, some slides. So we will look at the slides also. So this is the syllabus. People who missed on this was done in the first class. Today what we are doing, our class is starting with, हमारी class किससे शुरू होती है? Weather and climate. Sonam is saying, sir, geography पढ़ते हुए हम why and how में चले जाते हैं. Sonam अभी इस पर बात करते हैं. Yes. So today is our first class. We are going to talk about this. So I hope you understand. I am going as per the syllabus. We're going as per the syllabus. Tomorrow's class is, this is the first class. Second class is about heat budget. Third class is about pressure belts and winds. Is everyone okay? So your 3 classes have been told. Somebody said, sir, last slide. ये syllabus है, इस पर अभी काम कर रहे हैं. We are talking about this, climatology and meteorology. Is everyone with me on this? I've just said that this is what we are going to do. And अब हम इसमें देख रहे हैं, what will I support you with? I'll support you with this. Meteorology versus climatology. So we will have such slides coming for our discussion. Is everyone okay? So let us play on this slide now. Now you don't have to write down. This slide is there. You can all the time download. Okay. So let us look at what is climate. Climate is defined as expected frequency of specific state of atmosphere, including variables such as temperature, land, ocean, atmosphere, humidity, precipitation, cloud, atmospheric pressure, wind, speed, and direction. Now this is some definition of it. There is this graph also which is showing you something. What is it showing? Can you see this is atmosphere? Atmosphere is linked with second, hydrosphere. Hydrosphere is linked with what? Third, lithosphere, land sphere. Yes or no? Where is land? Anywhere? This is land sphere. Land is also linked to what? Cryosphere. Have you heard of cryosphere? Cryosphere is the frozen sphere. Can you see the glacier? And fifth is biosphere. So I've suddenly made your life a little confused about a simple thing. एक simple चीज बात कर रहे हैं. We are talking about a very simple thing. एक आसान सी चीज बात कर रहे हैं. मौसम और जलवायु का डिफरेंस कर रहे हैं. We are just looking at the difference between climate and weather. But I have created something for you. I have also brought something called as branches of meteorology. And why am I doing this? I have a purpose. Say everyone. Number one. India has a monsoonal climate. Number one. Monsoonal climate means seasonal reversal of winds. Have you heard of this? That annually the wind direction changes. भारत में जो जलवायु का प्रवाह है वो बदलता है, पलटता है दिशा में. Have you heard this? Seasonal reversal. Second is, will it rain in Mohali cricket test? Will it be calm weather on my wedding? Which one interests you more? One or two? Which one interests you more? Some people are saying one, that India has monsoonal climate. No matter what, you are alive or dead, you are in India or not, it doesn't matter. The climate remains same, भाई. ये तो same ही रहेगा. This remains same and unchanged. कुछ लोग बोले सर मेरे को तो यही important है. बताओ क्या बोल रहे हो यार? This one is highly variable. Yes or no? Which one is easy to predict? Yeah, monsoon will come every June. Yes or no? It might be delayed a little bit. Even the delay, somebody has to tell how much is the delay. Everyone, climatology is easy. Meteorology is difficult. This is climatology and this is meteorology. It is the meteorology fellow who tells you what is going to happen. Do we get that? True. Why? Because meteorology has a very, very complex thing. What is the complex thing? You are living on Earth's surface. True or not? You have all around you what? Air. Air has moisture. Where has the moisture come from? Sir, moisture has come from the water bodies. तालाब से आया, moisture कहाँ आया? वहां से आया. ठीक है, हाइड्रोस्फीयर से आया. Moisture has come from hydrosphere. और वायु कहाँ से आई? ये एटमॉस्फेयर में. और if there are plants and animals, do they also contribute to the atmosphere? Yes or no? What is this biosphere? And if the land is hot, अगर जमीन ज्यादा गर्म होगी तो ज्यादा वाष्पीकरण होगा. If the land is hot, will more evaporation happen? So even lithosphere is engaged in this or not? And if there is a glacier somewhere, वो भी तो पानी रोक के रखा हुआ है. So cryosphere. So if I want to tell something about the state of atmosphere, so who has to look at many variables? Climatology is also state of atmosphere. दोनों बताएंगे मौसम की जलवायु वायुमंडल की स्थिति. Whose life is easy? Whose life is easy? So weatherman's life is very difficult. The geographer's life is easy. The climatology fellow is easy. This fellow, meteorology fellow, has to do what? He has to find out आसपास पानी है कि नहीं. Is there any water body? Evaporation happening. Is there any ice? Is there any tree here? Vegetation happening? बहुत सारा काम करना पड़ेगा. Yes or no? So congratulations. What is your optional? What is your optional? Sir, we are geography. बच गए. If your optional was physics, then you were doing this. True or not? So first of all, ये समझ में आया कि climatology, meteorology में अंतर क्या? Who will have higher status? Who will have higher status? Who will have higher status? Sir, meteorologists, sir, they will have greater demand. Yes or no? Greater demand. Omega दिल रखने के लिए कह रही है geographer. No. Meteorologists, pure scientists, no. They are in demand. They are the people who are going to give you the weather report. Who gives it? India Meteorological Department. Yes or no? But you are geographer. You feel second grade citizen. What will you do? What will you do? Copy notes. Borrow notes. Steal notes. क्या टेंशन है? True or not? Understand from them. Have understanding. Have understanding. I want to tell you, everyone, please understand this. IAS versus scientist. Do you know the debate of journalist versus specialist? Do you know the debate of journalist versus specialist? IAS is not a scientist, but he can be the secretary for space program of India or not? Yes or no? Can he be deciding the missile program or not, along with the scientist? सही होगा कि नहीं होगा? Yes or no? Can he be looking at the weather prediction, the disaster management, true or not? Is everyone clear on that? So climatology sees the overview of how atmosphere is changing, where, when, with time and all that. But they have scientists to support them. They ask the scientists, hello. Why is this happening? Why are you saying that 2 degrees Celsius or above, if the temperature goes, global warming will become dangerous? Who gave 2 degrees Celsius? Have you heard that if the world's temperature goes above 2 degrees Celsius, it will be a problem? Paris target is 1.5 degrees Celsius. Yes or no? If in the worst case, we will keep it within 2 degrees. So who gave it? Scientists gave it. But who's going to take the decision? Who's going to take the decision? So missiles, scientists will make. But launch will be done by Putin. Will be done by Kim Jong-un. Yes or no? Do we understand? So this is what we are talking about. Geography or climatology is about general things. But please understand, atmosphere is so interconnected that a poor scientist on that day, whether it will rain in your city or not, आपको क्या कपड़े पहनने हैं, that is what is going to happen. This fellow is even given a call. Hello, 4th wave of COVID. Tell me what will be the conditions which can cause 4th wave of COVID to come. Do we understand? So please understand, the scientists have a different role to play. Now, why am I talking about this is, there are some teachers who go overboard and they start teaching meteorology just to impress the student. True or not? And they will also look different. Oh my God, that teacher never told me this. You told me this, sir. You are telling me exactly how molecule, atom and everything is interacting. मजा आएगा. Yes or no? He will create all those brownie points. But please understand, what will be the question? Question क्या होगा? Question will be geography. So how? But he said, so his question can come. Yeah, his question can come. Very bad day. तुम्हारा भी बुरा हो सकता है. This is the question. Explain the role of evaporation. Differentiate between insolation and temperature. Describe the origin of thunderstorm. What is dew point? Forms of condensation. What is inversion of temperature? Give an account of global distribution of precipitation. Yes. But sir, अगर उसका आ गया तो, what if that most difficult question comes in my attempt only, sir? I know I am the most unlucky person, sir. When I was born, my parents looked and said, oh my God, he has come. So I am so unlucky, sir. Remember, UPSC even gives choices to unlucky people. True or not? Even unlucky people are given choice. This is not that you have to do 5 out of 8, unlucky people do all 8. ऐसा नहीं होता. Never, never. ऐसा कभी नहीं होगा. ये तू तो unlucky है, सारा करके जाएगा. It won't happen that way. So you will get a choice. You will get a choice. So be smart in that. So somebody asked me right in the beginning on the first day, sir, is the syllabus very big? My syllabus is big, and you want to make it bigger by what? Turkey research. The teacher was doing research. Get that? So my job is accept the fact that climatology needs meteorology. I'll accept that fact. I'll take you to that level also, to that depth level also. That's my promise. But I just want to tell you that will you keep your head on your shoulders? As somebody wrote, so they start with climatology, but soon they go into meteorology. Yeah, they will do that because fear sells. No. Do you know which subject has maximum tuitions? Which subject has maximum tuitions in India? Maximum tuition, which subject? Any guesses? Mathematics. Why? Mathematics. Why? Only one reason. Fear. Only one reason. Fear sells. So what does a coaching teacher have to do to increase more people coming for his business? Fear. The more you take away fear, the bigger F for fool you are. Do we get that? So you're always worried with mathematics. What color ball will come, yaar? What is the probability of red ball or green ball? I'm good at mathematics, but moment that question comes on that ball, no. So I said, forget the ball. Leave the ball. Put tension in me. True. Preeti, integration, differentiation, and conditional probability. I saw CSAT, teachers teaching conditional probability to students because otherwise you will fail. Probability, conditional probability. That's okay. The shop runs. So can I say we will do something? As I said, I'm going by the syllabus. It is important. It is our first important thing. Weather and climate, we must know that. समझ में आ गया? True or not? Is everyone okay? So I want all the students who are in my courses, please keep fear aside. Because if you have fear, then you will not be receptive enough to get those tricks, those techniques where you will extract marks. आपको marks extract करने, that is what I want you to learn. So everyone, do you understand this diagram now? And can I cross this? This was just to impress you. अरे इतना बड़ा diagram. Do you understand whose job? Meteorologist's job. Meteorology is the physics of atmosphere. It deals with day-to-day conditions. Day-to-day conditions. I hope you understand that. Climatology extends the finding of meteorology in space and time. Do you understand this sentence? I have a request today. Can we memorize this? Oh, sir, I hate memorizing. Everyone, please listen to me. If you were to write in your own language, you will write a full page on this. अगर आखिर में the last sentence, this is such a beautiful sentence. One sentence कर लो, एक sentence कर लो. क्लाइमेटोलॉजी क्या करता है? जलवायु विज्ञान क्या करता है? जलवायु विज्ञान मौसम विज्ञान की जानकारी को स्थान और समय में लगाकर देखता है. Climatology extends the findings of meteorology in space and time. Is everyone okay with one sentence? ये कहीं भी मार दो, wherever you write in your answer, does it go very strong to the examiner? See, everyone who's listening to me, be honest with me on this. If I ask you the difference between climatology and meteorology, what will you say? Sir, climate is long term, sir, and meteorology is short term, sir. Yes, that's it. Everyone will say that on. And there is someone who writes, climatology extends the findings of meteorology in space and time. Climatology is a long-term study of the state of atmosphere. Meteorology is the physics of lower atmosphere. Day 1, lesson 1, in answer writing, learn to be precise and with a language that will hit the nail on the head. हिंदी में समझ आ गया उर्मी? जलवायु विज्ञान और मौसम विज्ञान का अंतर. Devesh is saying space and time. So can you elaborate space and time? Okay, thank you, Devesh, for being honest about it कि भाई ये space and time समझ में नहीं आया. चलिए अच्छी बात है. Very beautiful concept, space and time. So everyone, tell me one thing. You have rupees 10. You have a salary of, your salary is 10,000 rupees. True? You have $10. Your salary is $10,000. Is it the same situation? No, sir. So India mein, you are happy with this. Your salary is 10,000 rupees and you have 10 rupees, you're happy with it. Get that? But when you go to US, their 10 rupees is nothing. Yes or no? USA, you need $10. And those $10 with the today's exchange rate would be around 750 rupees. Yes or no? Okay, 75 chal raha dollar. Is dollar around 75? I don't know exactly. I'm not keeping track of that. So 750. So does it change with space? The value of money, will it change with space? Place to place. True or not? Sir, why are you telling us economics? Tell us geography. Okay, perfect. So, West Bengal expects 200 centimeters rainfall in a year. West Bengal expects 200 centimeters rainfall in a year in the coastal region. Okay, that? But unfortunately, West Bengal got only 100 centimeters. And Rajasthan, Jaisalmer expects 20 centimeters of rainfall per year, but this year it got 30 centimeters. True? Now tell me, I'm saying 100 centimeter is deficit and 30 centimeter is surplus. Will you not say, sir, you are a fool? Sir, you are saying 100 centimeter is shortage and you are saying 30 centimeter is surplus. Are you mad, sir? No. If I give this mathematically, I am mad. You can make fun of me. Sir, how can 100 centimeter be deficit, 30 centimeter? But moment I put it in two places, sir, for West Bengal, 100 centimeters deficit. For Rajasthan, Jaisalmer. So do you understand what is the meaning of space? So when I apply atmosphere with space, locations, that is space, I want to tell you, geography is a spatial science. Geography is not physics. Geography is not meteorology. Geography is a spatial science. It sees what is changing. Yes, sir? And from that, we can learn many things. अच्छा यहाँ पर ज़्यादा, यहाँ पर कम. Will this help the policymaker or not? Will this help the agriculture also or not? What to grow, what not to grow? Yes or no? Will it also impact the water availability for drink for the people in these cities or in these states? True or not? Is everyone okay? So this was where. Okay, everyone. Perfect. So how much does a Maggie cost? How much does a Maggie cost? Maggie, normal Maggie. 10 rupees. 10 rupees. Okay, perfect. Maggie, normal Maggie, how much it costs? So when I was a kid, I used to get a Maggie for 1 rupee. One Maggie, 1 rupee. True. And my father said that 50 paise used to get him a lot of things in his time. True or not? 50 paise, 1 rupee, do they mean anything today? Have you seen a 50 paise coin of late? Dekha nahi hoga? Yes or no? So everyone, rupee 1 in 1947, rupee 1 in 1990, liberalization time, and rupee 1 in 2022. Are they the same? Are they the same? This is what? Time. Things change in time. Do we get that? Things change in time. So atmosphere, I want to tell you, sir, what has got geography to do with this? 2 million years ago, the Earth had experienced an ice age. But 2022, we are living in a warm phase. True or not? So geography will study things in time, spatial science, और ये क्या पढ़ रहा है? Temporal. Is everyone okay? Can I expect every student in geography optional to freely use the word spatial and temporal? Is everyone okay? Yes. So if your school changed, आपका school स्थानांतरित हो गया from one place to another. Yes. Spatial variation. हुआ है? Has your city experienced spatial variation or not? From the time you were born till today, have you seen spatial changes in your city? Changes हुए या नहीं हुए? बहुत सारे बदलाव हुए. यहाँ पर mall आ गया. Some mall was open, some school was open, some medical college was open, some railway station was created, metro came. पहले नहीं था, it was not there before. Can I say spatial changes? Yes or no? True. And have they happened overnight in one day? एक रात में हुआ या फिर समय के साथ हुआ? Did it happen with time? Temporal. Is my class okay with spatial and temporal? Many places this word will be talked about, and space and time are very, very important. Space and time are very, very important. Everyone, please understand. Let me give you a geographical example. Are you with me? (1945). उर्मी बोल रहे हैं टेम्पोरल मीन्स लॉन्ग टाइम नहीं, स्थानिक और कालिक. काल में इस टेम्पोरल समय से जुड़ा जो है, टेम्पोरल स्थानिक, स्पेशियल स्थान से, क्षेत्र से जुड़ा. ठीक है एवरीवन. 1945 this was USSR. True. (1991) same map, same USSR now breaks into Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Belarus, Ukraine, Moldova. Yes. Armenia, Georgia, Azerbaijan. True. Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, and Russia. True. 2022, Russia enters Ukraine. Maybe Ukraine becomes a part of that. Geography is the same. What is changing? Things are changing. This is called, what is this? Temporal change. I have given you a geographical example. I could have taken India under the Britishers, India post partition, with India and Pakistan, India post creation of Bangladesh. Possible or not? Is everyone clear with temporal? Spatial and temporal. समय के साथ बदलाव को temporal कहते हैं. With time, temporal, and spatial is with space. Everyone clear? Example also clear. Will you have the ability to do this? That x-axis is space, y-axis is time. If I say, make a space-time axis, आप डर जाओगे. You will be afraid, oh my God, so complex. But today, did you see a very, very simple way of what is the meaning of space-time axis? So a teacher will talk about space-time axis and talk about, fancy language, this and that, and then this happened, then this happened. Have you heard of a Swedish geographer, Tor Hagerstrand? He gave something called a space-time continuum. He also made a space-time prism and all that. ये कर रहा था. Do we understand? Did we understand? Tell me one thing. Who can simplify things? The person who knows the subject or the person who's trying to know the subject? The person who knows the subject. So if somebody is making things very complex, please understand, he or she doesn't know the shortcut of it. If you see the bigger thing, then only you can simplify. No. True or not? No, Tor Hagerstrand, he was in Sweden, he was in this University of Lund, and this was the year he was working, then he came to USA, then he did this, and let me tell you, there is also, he talk about time geography. First, they impress the student with this, and then he'll say, oh my God, this is geography. This is polluted geography. Is everyone okay with space and time? It works in economics, it works everywhere, in space and in time. Everyone with me on this? So the first thing which I wanted to talk about was climate and meteorology. There are branches of meteorology. Meteorology deals with the weather and climate. It also deals with physics, and meteorology also deals with life, whether it will rain on your wedding or not. Yes or no? True? So किसकी शादी में बरसात होती है? वो है ना कुछ टूटका उसका. जब आप ये करते हो तो आपकी शादी में बरसात होती है. हाँ, कढ़ाई में अगर खा लिया तो वेरी गुड. पूर्वी बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हो. If you eat directly from kadai or kachhi, cooker mein hi kha liya to very good, Himanshu, absolutely okay. You can understand your mama is not a climatologist. Your culture is not a climatologist. You need physics for that. Frog's wedding, yes or no? So बिल्कुल ठीक है. पतीले से खाइए, जितना खाना खाइए. बारिश तो meteorologist ही बताएगा. Get that? Even if you had this thing, you had food directly from the pressure cooker, it's okay. Before marriage, consult a meteorologist. He'll tell you. True? चलिए. एक और interesting चीज है मेरे पास. Without explaining, weather and climate. Climate decides your wardrobe. What is in your wardrobe, and weather is what you are going to wear outside today. Yes or no? If you are living in North India, not talking about people in Kerala, people in Tamil Nadu, people in Kerala and Tamil Nadu have only cotton stuff. Yes, people in Delhi, people in Himachal, people in Uttarakhand, people in Uttar Pradesh, people in Punjab, Haryana, they'll keep warm also, woolens also, and cottons also. So weather will tell you what will you wear. Yes or no? So such a beautiful way of saying things, sir. What's the problem? Meteorologists and climatologists use the normal term. So अब ये बताना चाहता हूँ, one very important thing, that they call certain things as normal. What is the meaning of normal? 30-year average. So what will be considered climate? See, weather is day to day, no? Weather is day to day. Climate is long term. What do I mean by long term? Long term means 30-year average. Do we get that? What has happened over 30 years? Hota raha. And that is considered as a climate. Around the first week of June, पहले हफ्ते में, जून के पहले हफ्ते में, monsoon comes to India. 1, 2, 3, 30 times it came. Okay, this is the date of arrival. True or not? But for 30 years, it started coming on 15th June, second week. Time to change. Do we understand? So climate, when they're talking about, climate is an average of around 30 years. Sir, is it fixed 30 years? Well, 30 years is good. Sometimes they even go 60 years, 90 years. That's just an average because climate is talking about average. Is everyone okay? The climate will vary. The pattern and range of climate parameters for a particular place or region over a period of time, they will vary. And what varies in climate? So everyone, atmosphere has suddenly changed. Yes or no? Sometimes does it happen that in the morning you saw something and by evening everything has changed? So can I say state of atmosphere has changed? State of atmosphere has totally changed. How many of you have seen, experienced this, that you woke up in the morning, atmosphere was one way, and by evening it was totally different? True? Yes? Everybody has seen that? It was different in terms of what? What was different? What was different? The state was different. State in terms of what? Somebody said it's a sunny thunderstorm. Okay. So can I say in terms of insolation? Incoming solar radiation? Ah, sir. Yes, I remember, sir. The sun becomes shaded. Okay. Because of that, did the temperature change? So it rained a lot and everything cooled. Okay, very good. So that means temperature change. Can I say humidity change? Oh, yes, sir. There were a lot of clouds. There was a lot of precipitation. Snowfall happened in my city. Morning was clear and then snow or fog came. Possible or not? So insolation, temperature, humidity. Yes, pressure, atmospheric pressure. And because of that, a strong wind started moving. Is everyone okay? So please, everyone, what are these? What are these? These are parameters or attributes of the state of atmosphere. इसी में define किया जाता है. Priyanka rightly says these are the elements of the state of atmosphere. State of atmosphere. Like state of my body, healthy state, pulse, blood pressure, yes or no? Temperature, similarly, that is that. Is everyone okay? So do you understand what do I mean by insolation, temperature, humidity, precipitation, pressure? These are all the variables from which atmosphere can be compared. Everyone, if I have to compare the climate of Ukraine right now, remember people are sleeping in the bunkers. It is a very, very cold area. The temperatures are sub-zero versus Chennai. True. So what is the difference? So Ukraine is in Europe, Chennai is in India. No. How is the atmosphere different? So the heat received over there. So Chennai is in tropical latitudes. Sunlight straight away. Yes or no? They are in the temperate latitudes. So sunlights are inclined. Remember? So the temperature in Chennai is higher. So the humidity. Chennai is on the coast, sir. Coast, evaporation happens in the sea. So lot of clouds and precipitation. So Ukraine is inland, sir. Nothing over there. Yes, there is a sea there also, sir. Black Sea. But that Black Sea is what? Temperate latitude? No, not so much of evaporation. Do we connect that? So one more thing I have done for you, everyone. I don't know whether you did or not. Geography is about spatial study, is about temporal study, is also about comparative regional study. If I was making notes right now, I would write 3 terms separately: spatial, temporal, comparative regional studies. This will come in my vocabulary. मैं अपनी भाषा में इसे यूज करना चाहूंगा. ठीक है? स्पेशियल स्थानिक रूप से, टेम्पोरल कालिक रूप से, यस. कंपैरेटिव रीजनल ज्योग्राफी तो क्षेत्रीय विकास या क्षेत्रीय जो हम बात करते हैं रीजनल ज्योग्राफी, क्षेत्रीय अध्ययन, तुलनात्मक क्षेत्रीय अध्ययन. Is everyone okay with that? Weather and climate variability. Okay. I have heard a term that the climate forcers are increasing the temperature. Many a time students are wondering what is a forcer. An agent that causes the change in a system such as climate system is called a forcer. Can volcanic eruption be a forcer? ध्रुव ने का last one again. बेटा क्या ध्रुव वो टॉपिक बताओ ना, कौन सा वाला नहीं समझ में आया. What is forcing? So I want to tell you, carbon dioxide is a climate forcer. What do I mean by this? बेटा अभी मैंने तुलनात्मक अध्ययन किया ना, दो चीजों को कंपेयर किया, यूक्रेन एंड चेन्नई. So geography does that also. Geography is not about science of it. Carbon dioxide is a climate forcer. So carbon dioxide causes global warming. That is the answer. Okay, that carbon dioxide is a climate forcer. Anything that can change the climate temperature, that is a forcer. Is everyone okay? So what is forcing? Any agent that causes it. Can I say a teacher is a forcer? Intellectual forcing. Can I say teacher is an intellectual forcer? So I hope you understand forcing. Let's not make it very technical. Forcing is जो बदलाव कर रहा है. Anything that can bring in changes, that is a forcer. It will change the climate and cause global warming. Worship. It will cause global warming and change the climate is a better answer. I know you are getting it correct, but I just wanted to rephrase it. ठीक है? So very good try. आगे अब second part of the lecture हो गया climate and वो. पहले बताओ ये आया कहाँ से atmosphere? Where did the atmosphere come from? What is it made up of? And what is its nature? Quickly, we have 1 hour to talk on this. So पहले बताइए आया कहाँ से? ये सारे figures मैं आपके लिए लेकर आया. All these figures have come for you. So everyone has to tell me where did the atmosphere come from? Rajendra is saying nebula. Okay. और बताइए. Cooling of Earth, interior of Earth. Okay. Degassing. Okay. Perfect. Very good. Very good. ठीक है. जिन लोगों ने थोड़ा foundation किया, they are doing that. Lot of rain happened. Primordial Earth. Very good. So I will be liking to repeat that. Okay. What are the layers of atmosphere? Next question. I am going to tell you everything from my side. I want to know what are the layers of atmosphere as per you. So first answer, some of you have given the answer. I will be giving my answer. मैं अपना उत्तर दूंगा, लेकिन मैं पहले जानना चाहता था क्लास कितना जानती. So layers, somebody saying 5 layers. Okay, perfect. What else? Troposphere, stratosphere. Okay, perfect. Mesosphere, I get that. So I have something to tell you on the layers also. This is the second thing which I will be talking about. Third thing. Now, everyone, thank you for telling me about the layers. You were absolutely correct, and I have to add something to it. वो मैं add करूँगा. I want to know the third thing from you, all of you now. And my third thing is, what is atmosphere composed of? What are the gases? What are the gases? And then I'll give my answer. What are the gases? Periodic table, nahi Purvi, not that. What is the atmosphere composed of? Major. Okay, everyone try. Everyone has to try whatever you know. See, I'll give my answer. I just want you to declare, okay, sir, this is what I know. Right or wrong, don't worry. Okay, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, argon, absolutely. So, why only these gases? My next question is, why only these gases? Why not other? You have answered my question correct. Everyone is answering correct answers, whatever you know. But my question now is, why not other gases? What is stopping? Why not other gases? So other gases are there, but in little quantity. Okay, I get that. So light gases, okay, I get that. Perfect. Other gases are at higher altitude. Okay, I just wanted to know that what is your clarity on that, and then I wanted everyone to take a call on what you think. So thank you for telling me whatever you think. Gases also react. Thank you. With evolution of Earth. Thank you for participating, everyone. That's very encouraging that you know it. बहुत अच्छा लगा, at least you have read your NCERT. Now let the teacher tell you what I want to tell you about it. So everyone, please take your notebook, turn it around. Okay. So from portrait, I want you to turn it around back to landscape. ऐसे landscape करिए. And whatever I'm saying, please keep doing that, drawing that, and if you have questions in between, you are most welcome to ask those questions also. Perfect. So I want to tell you that space is full of hydrogen and helium. The space that we have, predominantly hydrogen and helium. Entire universe that we are talking about, all space that we are talking about, the major material that we are talking about is hydrogen and helium, though there are other things also. Okay, so that is there. So space is there. Now in this space, these particles, they start coming in, come closer, and they start condensing, and they form something which is called a nebula. And in that nebula, all these gas particles, or I would not call them gas particles, it is called galactic dust. Galactic dust starts coming in, and the temperature increases, and fusion begins, and a star is born. So what is created? Star is created. So if you do not know about how a star is created, before I began this, I gave 16 lectures on foundation, master stroke, beginner's foundation. If you have not followed my profile, please follow that. That is there. ठीक है? तो पिनाकी बेटा हिंदी में ये नहीं बता रहे हैं, हम सिर्फ ये बता रहे हैं कि किस तरह से एक तारा बनता है, और ये हम फाउंडेशन में बता चुके हैं, हिंदी इंग्लिश दोनों में. तो जो ब्रह्मांड है, ब्रह्मांड में बहुत सारे पार्टिकल्स हैं, हाइड्रोजन और हीलियम से बने, ये सारे एक साथ आते हैं और उससे जो है स्टार बनता है. ना इंग्लिश में बता रहा हूँ, ना हिंदी में बता रहा हूँ, ये फाउंडेशन में बता चुका हूँ. वी हैव टेकन अ फुल क्लास फॉर दिस, सो आई एम नॉट डूइंग दैट. दिस इज अ वेरी बेसिक थिंग. सो स्टार इज born, and after that star, a star system is born. So in between the star is there. Say for example, the sun is there, and many of these particles are revolving around the sun. And they will form the planets. तो क्या बनेंगे? Planet. A planet is formed. Can I say solar system is formed? So this also I have discussed. Okay, now we are looking at the planet. तो ये CSE ने शेयर किया है. I think CSE आपका नाम आकाश है, if I remember correctly. I may be wrong. विशिष्ट. Okay, sorry. So विशिष्ट, thank you. तो ये हमने फाउंडेशन में डिस्कस किया कि how a star is formed and what happens to a star, small star, big star, white dwarf. तो ये हम अभी नहीं करेंगे. We are not discussing this. So but since this was there, so you can have a look at this. Sun is created and the planets are created. I want to start with Earth. I want to come to Earth. So Earth is created by these particles colliding with each other. So Earth was created as a molten fireball. Is everyone okay? So what is this? Earth was created as a molten fireball. Now my question is, what were the components of Earth? I'm sure everyone will agree, hydrogen and helium. But I want to tell you that hydrogen and helium are predominantly what is there in the system. But there are other elements. So all periodic table elements, they are also there. See that? And I also want to tell you, NCERT class 11th, I explained to my students in the foundation, that if this is sun, all planets have arranged themselves as per their density around the sun. Yes or no? ऐसा भी बताया था मैंने. So people who missed this, तो सभी ग्रहों ने अपने को अपने घनत्व के आधार पर सभी ने अपने को लगाया. So they are there. So I want to tell you that these are called rocky planets. The 4 planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars, they are rocky planets and they have rocks. Rocks are made up of all elements and minerals. Is everyone okay? तो हम पहले कर चुके हैं. This has been done in foundation. So now I'm talking about this molten Earth. Is everyone okay? So somebody asked a question in GS, sir, जल की उत्पत्ति कैसे हुई? ये बताइए. So sometimes, we cannot be talking about everything in a class. There the class was on Indian geography, I could not talk. But here I can talk. So this is Earth. Earth is a molten fireball. Get that? With time, what will happen to the Earth? It will cool. And what will cool? Its outer layer will cool. The outer layer cools. अर्थ बिकम सॉलिड, बाहर से बाहरी जो उसका क्षेत्र है वो सॉलिड हो गया। गेट दैट? दिस इज अ क्रस्ट, प्राइमोर्डियल क्रस्ट। इसे कहेंगे प्राथमिक परपटी, जो पहली परपटी बनी, फर्स्ट क्रस्ट व्हिच वाज क्रिएटेड, दैट इज दैट। व्हाट इज इनसाइड? इनसाइड इज स्टिल मोल्टन, inside is still molten. And what is it? It has heavier things. What are heavier things? Iron, nickel, yes, mercury, Hg, nickel, iron. It will have a tendency to go inside the center because it is heavy, no? Heavier things have a tendency केंद्र में जाने, जो जिनका घनत्व ज्यादा है वो अंदर जाना चाहते हैं. And the things which are lighter, they have a tendency to come out. The things which are lighter. And what are lighters? I am sure the gases are lighter. So gases wanted to come out. Gases wanted to come out, and the heavier things want to go inside. True or not? So what will happen is, these heavier things, first the heaviest thing came in the center, second heavy layer, third layer. So Earth got layered interior. Earth's interior got layered. Is everyone with me? Earth's interior got layered. Why layered? Heavier things went in the center, lighter things बाहर. प्रियंक डिसकंटिन्यूटी की बात नहीं कर रहे, वो तो जीएस में खेलने के लिए बताया जाता है. देखो यहाँ पर मोहोरोविचिक and Gutenberg. We are not talking about that. We're just saying that layers are created. Layer 1, 2, 3 are created. That's the idea. And the process is called density differentiation. But there are certain things which are knocking at the door. They really want to come out. What are these? These are the gases. The challenge is बाहर चट्टाने हैं, rocks हैं. There are rocks. अंदर gas है. Can a gas push a rock aside? क्या gas solid को हटा सकती है? Can a gas push the rock aside? So everyone is saying no, no, no. Lighter gas. So most of you are saying no, no, no. Gas cannot. Tell me one thing. Can a gas run an engine? Can a gas run an engine? Can steam run an engine? Can that engine pull a train? Yes. So if steam can run an engine, अगर भाप से इंजन चल सकता है, so steam inside the earth, why can't it blast the rock? Prasoon is saying high force is needed. Prasoon, high heat. You have a temperature of 6000 degrees Celsius inside. Yes or no? High heat blast करेगा कि नहीं करेगा? So how many of you do not know swimming? Say no now. No, no, no. N. You don't know. Your biggest fear is when you are put in water. Your biggest fear is when you are put in water. What is the biggest fear? I will drown, sir. मैं डूब जाऊंगा. I will sink. Yes or no? अच्छा चलिए. Very good. Thank you. All the people who are very, very correct, sir. I will drown. डूबने का डर है. So you have a balloon. Everyone, you go there and that fellow gives you a balloon. ऐसे कंधे पे बांध देते हैं, यहाँ पे छोटे बच्चों को बांधते हैं, आपने देखा तो उस balloon फुलाकर ऐसे छोटा-छोटा बांध देते हैं, बच्चा उसमें तैरता है. Have you seen those tubes, balloon tubes? Yes. So how is it that small little balloon tube stops the child or anyone from drowning? Somebody saying gas. कौन सी गैस होती है? You blow in it. There is no gas in that. आप ही तो फूंक मारते हो. वो देखो density difference. डराओ मत बे. अरे simply sir, the gas is there. Gas has less density than water. So if you put that gas wala balloon, the balloon will have a tendency to come up. Balloon is buoyant. Yes or no? Air is lighter. Very good, Rajendra. See, such a simple answer. You are thinking of nuclear physics. Air is lighter than water. Yes or no? Air will have a tendency to come up. Yes or no? सीधी सी बात. True. And that small little air is enough or not? So everyone, please listen to me. Please listen to me, and especially if you are non-swimmer, please listen to me. How can you drown? How can you drown if you have an air balloon in your chest, which is your lungs? You cannot drown. You have a balloon inside you, a big balloon. You have a big balloon. But people drown, sir. People drown because they breathe in water. Their lungs get filled up with water. It is only when your lungs get filled up with water that you will drown. Otherwise, you will not drown. So all you need to know is, you need to know how to breathe when in water. So weight is heavier than air required to push up. Nothing, dear, you have air. सांस रोको, कुछ नहीं होगा. Dead body floats up. Absolutely okay. Lungs should come in contact with water. What happens is, people are like gasping and they take in water. एक बार पानी गया, अब lung कुछ नहीं करेगा. Do we get that? So tube आपके पास है. So what is now? People who know swimming. People who know swimming. The only thing you know is how to breathe in water. Yes or no? How not to let the water go in your lungs. That's all. Otherwise, it's very easy. You're just lying on the water. Priyank, keh rahe, calm rehna, bas lie down on water. Baki the lungs will take care. You can do shavasana in water. Yes or no? It's very difficult. I just told you something. So what I'm trying to say here is, gases have a lot of power. And these gases will not let this primordial crust to survive, and they are going to blast it. Moment it blasts, the gases will release. What will happen? The gases will release. And what is created? Volcanoes are created. I want to tell you, for millions of years, there were volcanoes erupting. There were volcanoes erupting on our planet. Volcano, volcano, volcano for millions of years. Millions of years when Earth was formed and when Earth started cooling. Not the initial Earth. Initial Earth is still a molten ball. But now that you have a crust, andar hi ho gaya and it is blasted. And what comes out from that is various gases. Methane, ammonia, steam, water vapor. Yes, nitrous oxide, sulfurous oxide, they came out. Yes or no? Sarveshwar is saying radioactive gases. What are radioactive gases, Sarveshwar? I've never heard of that. I know of radioactive radiation. I've never heard of radioactive gases. ये first time आया Sarveshwar. This tells me, भाई साहब, विज्ञान बहुत कमजोर है. ऐसा ना करो. Do we get that? There is nothing called as radioactive gases. Radioactive radiations are there. They come out from elements like uranium, heavy elements. Mostly they are in the belly of the earth. Center में चला गया. Yes or no? So radioactive gases. What is radioactive gases? Sir, methane coming. Radioactive methane. Sir, actually no. Russia has turned their radioactive oxygen towards Ukraine. शू करके मार रहा है वो. True. ये फिल्मों में ठीक लगता है, कॉमेडी में ठीक लगता है. I hope you understand there is nothing called as radioactive gas. Yes, some of you might say, sir, what if we have a this thing, an isotope? So please don't give me those chemistry वाला fundas. Sir, even we have deuterium, sir. Radioactive gas कुछ नहीं होता. Radioactive are radiations. Please understand that. And we are looking at, ऐसा नहीं है कि there are smaller gases which are these simple gases की बात कर रहा हूँ. Let me not go into the physics of it. Remember meteorology में तुम लोगों ने ऐसे radioactive gas भी पढ़ा है. So बताना मुझे radioactive gases क्या होता है? I may be not be aware. Remember, I'm always glad to take the notes from meteorologists. Radioactive gases. The simple thing came here. So you had food, yes, and after food gas, and you go, yes. Which radioactive gas did you emanate? कुछ radioactive है? Possible, no? खाना खाया और कुछ कहाँ से भी तुमने release किया. The gas you release, how radioactive is that? True. Okay, everyone. So let us keep it simple. So somebody made a mistake. It's okay. Please, ऐसे personally मत बोलना मेरा मजाक उड़ाया. You might feel, oh sir, I'll never answer now. Sir made fun of me. I don't even know who said that. It was just so funny that radioactive gases. So I thought of talking about it. So please get that. So in this, water vapor was the most important gas, and it formed what? Clouds. And then the planet had rain for millions of years. And eventually, what happened? The Earth got covered in water. Is everyone okay? Earth became a water-covered planet because of these gases. Is everyone okay? Water gives me what? Hydrosphere. So somebody asked me in GS class, where did the water come from? जल की उत्पत्ति कहाँ होती है? तो जल की उत्पत्ति कहाँ से हुई? पृथ्वी के अंदर से जला है. There was water inside the Earth's interior that came out as a part of this blasting. This blasting is called degassing. Will you remember this? Degassing led to the creation of hydrosphere, led to the creation of atmosphere. Primordial crust had a primordial atmosphere also. And this is, I would say, atmosphere 1, then this is atmosphere 2. Is everyone okay? So Earth's atmosphere has 1.0, atmosphere 1.0, 2.0, you and I are living in 3.0. So what is this? See, when Earth got solidified, जब पृथ्वी जो ये molten जो पिघली हुई थी, पिघले हुए पिंड से जब बाहरी इसका solid होना शुरू हुआ, when the outer layer जो परपटी बनी, yes, were there some gases even at that time? तो वो भी तो एक प्रारंभिक वायुमंडल बना होगा. Will there be a primordial atmosphere there also? बना होगा कि नहीं बना होगा? Yes. But what were the gases? Hydrogen and helium. तो पहला एटमॉस्फेयर हाइड्रोजन और हीलियम था. फर्स्ट एटमॉस्फेयर वाज हाइड्रोजन एंड हीलियम. अंदर से जो गैसेस निकली हैं वो क्या है? Sir, apart from degassing, is there some other condition, as one teacher told that some water came from space like comet? So Devesh, we are talking about first where did majority of it come? So we are saying that it came from Earth's interior. Majority of our atmosphere, majority of our hydrosphere, majority of the water on the planet came from Earth's interior. Do we get that? Now comes the question that when comets come to a planet, will they also bring in water? So can I say Sachin sir taught us only inside, so we will not allow? You are wrong, Mr. Comet, go back. Comet आपसे पानी नहीं लेंगे. Yes. So comet did bring water, and tell me, comet brought water to all planets? ऐसा तो नहीं है कि बाकी जगह पर नहीं होगा. Is it comet is looking only for Earth? Oh, I have to deliver water. I am the waterman. ऐसा नहीं है ना. So let us understand that a planet is an open system. तो उसमें जो है बाहर से भी कोई चीज आ गई वो है. Nilni is saying, sir, how comet has water? Nilni, how Earth's interior had water? यहाँ पे कैसे पानी आया ये बताओ. How was water there inside the Earth? प्रियंक बोल रहा हीट से आ गया, हीट से वाटर कैसे होता है? प्रियंक टेल मी। अब देखो ये बेसिक फाउंडेशन नहीं किया इसलिए कह रहा हूँ। रिएक्शन, कौन से रिएक्शन से वाटर बनता है हिमांशु? विच रिएक्शन मोशन कॉजेज वाटर? प्रियंक से कूलिंग होगा। किसका कूलिंग बच्चे, किस चीज से? अच्छा H2 और O2 से पानी बन रहा है, ऐसे बन रहा है तो देयर इज हाइड्रोजन इन द एटमॉस्फेयर, सोनम देयर इज ऑक्सीजन। ध्रुव यू आर सेइंग डीगैसिंग, बट वेयर डिड इट कम फ्रॉम देयर ओरिजिनली? अरे बच्चों सिंपल फाउंडेशन। और पीछे जाता हूं, बिग बैंग, व्हेन वाज इट क्रिएटेड? हाउ ओल्ड? 12 पॉइंट ऐसा है 6 बिलियन। क्या बताया आपके टीचर्स ने? कॉमेट्स आर हेवनली बॉडी। तो सौरभ तो हेवनली इसलिए पानी आएगा, इंद्रदेव ने दिया ऐसा। 12.6 to 13.2 चलेगा। बिग बैंग क्रिएटेड व्हाट? मैटर। व्हाट डिड इट क्रिएट? स्टार। व्हाट डिड इट क्रिएट? प्लैनेट्स। यस और नो? What happened to the stars and planets? Destroyed. What happened later on? Recreated. Then what happened? Destroyed. Then what happened? Recreated. What was the first matter? Sir, hydrogen and helium. Even before that were God particles. Yes or no? Electron, proton and all that. Hydrogen, helium. Then when stars and planets were created, what happened? Sir, other elements were created. What happened to the other elements? Destroyed. Recreated. Destroyed. Recreated. Chal raha hai? So what does the universe have? What does the universe have here? Initially, electron, proton, then hydrogen, helium. What does the universe have? Electron, proton, neutron, hydrogen, helium, plus all elements. Yes or no? True or not? What is majority? Majority is this. True. 5 billion years ago, this raw material, sorry, 5 billion years ago, this raw material, all elements and their combinations like carbon dioxide, like methane, like ammonia. Yes, 5 billion years ago, this raw material made sun and solar system, which includes earth, which includes comets. So where did water vapor come from? Where did it come from? Heating, cooling. It is there in the universe. What will happen to the sun 5 billion years from now? What will happen to the sun 5 billion years from now? The sun will be destroyed. Solar system will be destroyed. When solar system is destroyed, what will happen to the water which I was drinking a short while ago? जो मैंने पानी पिया, I was drinking water, no? When the solar system is destroyed 5 billion years ago, what will happen to that water? It will become raw material. For what? More comets. Yes. So now if a teacher has told you that Earth received water from comets, is the teacher correct? Yes. If a teacher says that Earth has received water from its own interior, is that teacher correct? Yes. Is there a possibility both of them are correct? Yes. Is there a possibility that both factors may not have contributed equally? दोनों का बराबर contribution ना हो, अंदर से ज्यादा पानी आया, बाहर से थोड़ा कम आया. That's all. बीच में ना स्टूडेंट, sir that teacher said this, you are saying this, who is correct? अरे he is correct, happy. I am wrong. True. Why? It's information. No, you can assimilate both of them. Why would the teacher tell you wrong? So why didn't the same process did not take place on Earth's neighbor planet? Tanuj, what makes you say that the process did not happen? Process happened. Process happened. So Tanuj, do you know that the first person who won the Kaun Banega Crorepati prize of 5 crore, he doesn't have any money now. Have you heard that story? 5 crore or 7 crore. Suna? Sushil is the name, I don't know. He won that money from Bihar. Yes, Sujit is correct. He's from Bihar. He got 5 crore or 7 crore as the, means he won that 5 to 7 crore and he doesn't have any money. Mr. Sid is saying he was not able to manage. Yes or no? Is everyone okay? So all planets had this opportunity. They were not able to manage. You get that? So if this process happened on Earth, बाकी पे क्यों नहीं हुआ? First of all, Earth has got 33 करोड़ देवी देवता. एक तो 33 करोड़ तो हिंदू के आगे, ठीक है? Add Jesus Christ, 33 करोड़ 1. Add Allah, 33 करोड़ 2. Add बाकी सारे religion के भी मतलब करोड़ों में आएंगे. So they all were there, so that is why that is there. True. So I'm saying one is having atmosphere is one thing. Second is being able to hold on to atmosphere requires some conditions, as most of your Sheikh is suggesting, Rajendra is suggesting that there are certain conditions under which an atmosphere is held back. वो भी बता देंगे. यहाँ तक clear है? Is everyone clear with this? So again a request, please watch. Foundation में बहुत अच्छे से detail में किया. I know this is the first class and I have to go at a pace that you are able to digest. I hope I'm not going fast. I hope I'm not going slow either. Fast है, slow है, जो बताना है बता दो. And in the English people, are you able to understand? दोनों को समझ आ रहा है नहीं? Okay, चलिए. So let us continue. So is everyone okay? Where did we get our water from? Earth's interior? Yes, it came from outside also. Some of it we agree on that. And where did I get our atmosphere? This is the atmosphere. But the fact is, पहला atmosphere तो ये था. First atmosphere was hydrogen and helium. Second atmosphere is this. But you know, abhi we don't have this atmosphere. So that is why these slides for you. Atmosphere number 1. Atmosphere number 2. Is everyone okay? Now you understand the meaning of the slide. So what is the first atmosphere? Hydrogen and helium, because space and solar system was made of that. What happened to that first atmosphere, sir? Well, that atmosphere was lost. So why was it lost? Oh, it is a very tragic story. It is a very, very tragic story. Okay, tragedy, absolute tragedy. So personal story. My son was around 4 years old, 3 or 4 years old. We went to attend a party. And the party was over, and the party had decorated everything with balloons. And on the entrance of the party, there were some helium balloons. Elephant with helium balloon. Yes, sir. Normally, whatever is there is there. But उधर क्या था? एक helium balloon का होता. Is everyone okay with that? So the party was over. My son wanted to have that. So let me attend to this call. Just a minute. Yes. So everyone. So my son insisted that this balloon is amazing. This balloon is so amazing that it is, most of the balloons, what will happen? They will fall down on the ground. But this balloon stays up. Yes or no? True. Why? Because that has got helium balloon. So I called the organizer. I said, if you can give, because the party is over, one balloon is there, if you can give it to the kid. So he came, and बच्चे को balloon दे दिया. And then I was talking to the person who was the host, and I forgot to look at my son and that fellow. Then I heard my son crying. I looked back. He saw that the balloon had gone up. Yes or no? So I looked at the person who was looking at that. I said, आपको कहा balloon दे दीजिए बच्चे को. I asked you to give the balloon to the child. Don't you see the child has seen a helium balloon for the first time? If you give him the thread, he will leave it, assuming that like other balloons, it will come down. If I was in your place, I would have given the kid the balloon and turned at least एक बार wrap कर देंगे कि नहीं कर देंगे. So anyways, my son learned the lesson that all balloons don't fall down, they go up. Yes. So why did the balloon go up? Because helium is a very light gas. Compared to the atmosphere, it has a tendency to rise up. Okay, that? So one more thing you would have seen, people go on balloon trips, hot air balloon. Have you seen that also? Kalyanika, have you heard of hot air balloon? So there it is normal air, no helium, but it is hot. So can I say temperature, hot gases as well as light gases have a tendency to rise up. And here we have a killer combination. Here we have a killer combination. It is hydrogen and helium and very, very hot. And very, very hot. Yes or no? Harsh is saying how they concentrate helium in that cylinder. Harsh, yeah, please. If you have done your +2 or simple graduation, do you get LPG cylinder at home? Can we pressurize the gas? Gases are compressible or not? सर कैसे कर देते हैं? अचानक तुम ऐसे सवाल पूछ लेते हो, एक्जिस्टेंशियल क्राइसिस. कह रहे ये तो चमत्कार हो गया. जो हवा उठती जाती है उसको किस प्रकार से सिलेंडर में डाल दिया. तो आई थिंक ये जादू है. डू वी गेट दैट? गैसेस आर कंप्रेसिबल, उसे कंप्रेस किया. ट्रू. उर्मी बोल रहे सर कंटिन्यू करें प्लीज. अरे उर्मी मैं तो बता ही रहा हूं आपको that this is how the gases were lost. I'm not telling you the story. I'm telling you that these are very, very hot. Remember, Earth is hot and light, so they are lost. Can I say they can be lost? Second, atmosphere. How did it come from? Degassing. So degassing gave what? Ammonia, carbon dioxide, water vapor. But they are not the gases which we have today. Earth's modern atmosphere is this. Mostly nitrogen. How much? 78%. Yes, sir. Oxygen. How much? 21%. Gone. 0.9% is argon. 99.9 is gone. So nitrogen 78%, oxygen 20.9, which is approximately this, and argon is this. What is left? A little bit is left. In that we have mostly carbon dioxide, 0.04. 0.04 is carbon dioxide. So what do we have? We have nitrogen 78, oxygen 20.1 or 20.98. Yes, argon 0.9, and what do we have next? Carbon dioxide. How much? 0.04. But the journey started with hydrogen and helium. Can I say lost? Second one. What happened to the second one? Second one is CH4. Yes. And ammonia, methane, water vapor. Yes. So ammonia disintegrated. Turned into nitrogen plus hydrogen. Hydrogen turned into water. Hydrogen turned into water. Methane got oxidized, turned into carbon dioxide. And I want to tell you, carbon dioxide used to be 50%. Carbon dioxide used to be 50%. So carbon dioxide कहाँ चला गया? ये भी water में चला गया. अब कोई पूछ रहा है, अब भाई साइंस है. Gases are soluble in water. Gases are soluble in water. 50% carbon dioxide. Imagine the temperature of Earth कितना होगा? Remember today is 0.04%. If 50% was this thing, if 50% was this thing, this was huge temperature, such global warming. This is the case of Venus today. Venus बहुत गर्म है. Venus is huge. That's the problem. Yes. तो फिर Earth का कहाँ गया? Got dissolved in water. Carbon dioxide is soluble in water. It went over there. So carbon dioxide reduced from 50 to 0.04. Happy? Yes or no? Ammonia disintegration happens because of lightning and other factors. It can happen, and hydrogen can, in chemical form, combine with others to form water. So that's also possible. The problem with this gas is it is inert. It does not react. So hydrogen तो convert हो गया, carbon dioxide क्या हो गया, convert हो गया, methane जो है इसका क्या हो गया, oxidation हो गया, chemical oxidation. Get that? But nitrogen is inert, does not react. So something that does not react, what happens to that? That gets accumulated. That is why it is the maximum. Similarly, argon, through some process, argon would have been created. Argon also does not react. So argon also got collected. रही ऑक्सीजन की बात, सेकंड एटमॉस्फेयर हैड नो फ्री ऑक्सीजन. केमिकल में कंबाइंड फॉर्म में था, बट फ्री ऑक्सीजन वाज नॉट देयर. सो हाउ डिड ऑक्सीजन कम? ऑक्सीजन केम आफ्टर life came to earth. Initial life, all this was anaerobic. This is anaerobic atmosphere. Atmosphere devoid of oxygen, जिसमें ऑक्सीजन ना हो, अनॉक्सिक जो दशा है वो ऑक्सीजन के बिना. But when life came, then certain microorganisms, you have heard of cyanobacteria, they started releasing oxygen, and with time oxygen has grown up and has acquired the present proportion. Is everyone okay? Nitrogen, oxygen, argon and carbon dioxide. So what happened to water vapor? Oh, water vapor is there. Water vapor is there. Then why did you not write it? Well, I want to tell you that this is called dry air mix. When I say dry air mix, it does not change from place to place. It stays like that. So in Delhi also, in Chennai also, in Ukraine also, in Tamil Nadu also, in Canada also, it is same. But this one changes water vapor. Like Chennai will have more water vapor compared to Delhi. सोनम बोल रहे हैं सर बिन ऑक्सीजन वाटर कैसे बना? सोनम डिड आई से ऑक्सीजन नहीं था? आई सेड फ्री ऑक्सीजन. फ्री ऑक्सीजन नहीं था. वाटर तो यहाँ भी बन रहा है ना, केमिकल फॉर्म में तो हो ही सकता है, हाइड्रेटेड फॉर्म में वो हो गया. केमिकल रिएक्शंस कैन हैपन, ट्रू और नॉट? और फिर आप कह रहे हैं सर फिर कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड कैसे बना? ये भी तो कह सकती हैं आप. फ्री ऑक्सीजन एज अ ऑक्सीजन मॉलिक्यूल नहीं था. इट वाज नॉट एग्जिस्टिंग एज अ फ्री ऑक्सीजन मॉलिक्यूल इन कंबाइंड फॉर्म विद अदर्स था. बट यू एंड आई नीड, ऐसा तो नहीं है ना वी टेक कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, एक मिनट तोड़ो कार्बन फेंक, और ये जैसे बादाम खाते, ऐसा तो नहीं, छिलका हटाओ और वो खा लो. दैट वाज नॉट देयर. Is everyone okay? Nilni is saying dry air composition will not change with space. That is what I said. In Canada, you go take a sample, it will be like this. In Chennai, you go, it will be like that. But what will change is you take the air sample in Chennai, it will be more water vapor, and in Delhi, it will be less water vapor. I also want to tell you that if you take a sample in urban area will have more dust particles. And if you take a sample from a rural area, humid area, it will have less dust particles. इन दोनों को क्या कहा गया? Variable components of atmosphere. Is everyone okay? So that is why I'm not putting percentage in front of them. Their variation keeps on changing. Have you heard of something called as air quality index, where they keep measuring the ppm of suspended particulate matter? Have you heard of suspended particulate matter 2.0, 10 micrometer? Yes or no? तो वो डस्ट है. डस्ट में और भी बहुत सी चीज हो सकती है. डस्ट में और क्या हो सकता है? डस्ट में ऐश हो सकती है, स्मोक हो सकता है, soot can also be there, even pollen grains, sand, floating salt particles, they all are dust. Will they change from place to place? Will they change even with seasons? Yes or no? So they vary. And can I say water vapor can also vary? 0.4 to 4.0% by volume. This keeps on changing. So it is very difficult to put their composition. So that is why they are considered as variable component. The good thing is water vapor and dust are mostly in the lower layer of atmosphere. ऊपर नहीं होते. Is everyone okay? यहाँ तक clear everyone? So the composition of atmosphere done. The stages in which atmosphere, जिन stages से जिस क्रम में आया, पहला, दूसरा, तीसरा क्रम. Everyone clear with this? समझ में आ गया? Perfect. Very good. So can I cross this? Can I cross this? Can I cross this? So not only we don't finish at neon, there are other things also. Helium is there, methane is there, and I would also say ozone is also there. Yes or no? But their amount is very, very less. AP is saying CO2 is not variable. No, CO2 is a fixed one. CO2 is not variable, but yes, as I said, CO2 in long term can change. In long term, initially how much was it? 50%. In long term, it has changed to 0.04. In fact, if you read NCERT, not 0.4, Sneha, 0.04. 0.04 means 400 parts per million. That if you look at your NCERT, it will say 0.03, because that time it used to be 300 parts per million. It is only because of human activities and global warming, for the first time it has crossed 400 ppm. Is everyone okay? So 10 years ago, when I was teaching my students, I used to say 0.3, 0.035. So that is that. So AP, when you're saying large producing, I get that, but that does not change. It is not that Delhi is producing more than Chennai. So that is what we are talking about. Khushi is saying tropic, good Khushi, you are thinking spatial, and Khushi is saying tropic area is water vapor is 4%, polar area is 1%. So Khushi is trying to connect it with temperature, that hot areas will have more water vapor, cold area will be less. So Khushi, that is one variable. There are multiple variables. You can even think of coastal and a place away from coastal. Yes, it has to be water body also. Think about Khushi, you are talking about, tropical area will have 4%. Think about tropical area Jaisalmer will not have 4%. It is not just temperature and availability of water. Is everyone okay? ठीक है, समझ में आ रहा है? चलिए, good. You ask questions. I hope I have helped you with that. About the structure of atmosphere. The next topic is structure of atmosphere. So how is it structured? So what is the structure of Earth's interior? Structure of Earth's interior is layered. So atmosphere is also layered. Which diagram you know of? Which one have you seen? One or two? Which one have you seen more? So two देखा है सर, one तो कभी देखा ही नहीं. So आज one दिखाए. This is atmosphere. Atmosphere is layered. Please try and understand what is it. Hear that? So gases layer themselves, again based on their density. The lower layer of the atmosphere, around 0 to 80 kilometers, is called homosphere. Homo means homogeneous, because of mixing. Can you see? Mixing is happening, air impact is there and everything. So mixing happens. Either be mixing or as a result, somebody asked me, sir, will it be the same? Will the composition be same? That means you are saying fixed composition means it's same. Yeah, why? Because of mixing. So somebody said, sir, carbon dioxide, we are emitting so much. Still, mixing happens, so everything becomes same. Only thing is, overall, the amount of carbon dioxide is increasing, but it is not that, Chennai people have more carbon dioxide and Delhi people have less, or California people have intermediate. Do we get that? So overall, it is increasing, but I'm saying there's a lot of mixing happening, so the fixed air composition remains there. So homosphere mein kya rehta hai? Dry air composition remains. Do we get that? Okay, perfect. So everyone, you tell me one thing. That you have a big room, and there are two wall fans on that, ceiling fans. So two ceiling fans. Okay, this fan is running, and you are standing under this fan, other fan. Will you get the air or not? Yes, the same amount or very less? Less. And it is hot. You want the air to be there. So you have two options. One, you move close to this, or second is you switch on this fan. True or not? So fan is needed. Can I say if you go away from the fan, the influence of the fan is less? Yes. So as I am going away from Earth, all these mixing reduces. Can you see? First mixing is this much, A. With height, mixing reduces, B. And here it is very, very less. Get that? So after this, the mixing is not there. The mixing is not very significant. Is everyone okay? So if there are things with different density, fluids with different density, and they are allowed to stay together without disturbance, what will happen to those fluids? Three fluids of different density, they were being shaken up, so they were mixed, homogeneous, but now I stop shaking them. What will happen? So they will arrange themselves. So here what happens is, the gases start arranging themselves in layers. Hydrogen, like test, helium, oxygen, nitrogen. What do we call this sphere? Heterosphere. And below this, homosphere. Do we get that? Earth is layered because of density differentiation. Atmosphere also wanted to be layered, but because of mixing, up to 80 kilometers, it is homogeneous. After that, it arranges in terms of gases, with hydrogen being the lightest. Is everyone okay? True. Did we understand this? And can I say, as we go up in the atmosphere, the molecules of the gases will reduce. Here, densest will light, will very few gases, and a point will come where space will start. Yes, or we call it the exosphere. So the third sphere is exosphere, where space begins. True. And the point where space begins, not very well defined, but that is called the exobase. The point where homosphere finishes and heterosphere starts, that is called homopause. These are approximate boundaries. Is everyone okay with homopause? Exospace means outer space. And is everyone aware that the density of the gases reduces? Raki is saying why mixing is not happening above homopause. Raki, did I not tell you when you are standing away from the fan, the influences will be less? So whatever convection was happening on the earth because of Earth's heat and all that dynamism which was causing movement, that movement, as I am going away, its impact is getting reduced, and a point comes that its impact is no longer felt. Is everyone okay? Vijay has written a very beautiful sentence: atmospheric circulation fade away. Nalini saying why not layering in troposphere? So Nalini, when up to 80 kilometers the mixing impact is felt. Troposphere is just 13 kilometers. 13 किलोमीटर में इम्पैक्ट होगा या नहीं होगा? आनंद सेज रेंज ऑफ लेयर इन किलोमीटर बताया तो 80 किलोमीटर तक होमोस्फीयर, उसके बाद हेट्रोस्फीयर एंड एक्सोस्फीयर स्टार्ट्स समवेयर अराउंड 500 किलोमीटर भी होता है, कुछ जगह पर 1000 किलोमीटर तक हमारी गैसेस मिलती है, 500 to 1000. Did we get the value? तो उसकी ऐसी कोई फिक्स वैल्यू नहीं. एक्सोस्फीयर इज नॉट अ फिक्स वैल्यू दैट दिस इज द पॉइंट वेयर आवर एटमॉस्फेयर विल से स्टॉप, नो मोर, LOC हैज कम. अरे वन मॉलिक्यूल, वन बदतमीज मॉलिक्यूल, यस नॉटी मॉलिक्यूल पहुंच गया उधर, क्या करो? So our molecules, atmospheric molecules, have been found from 500 to 1000 kilometers also. So that is what we are talking about. Is everyone clear with this? So पहला तो homosphere, heterosphere and exosphere we must understand. What is it? This is to do with the same physics of density differentiation. If we understand this, then it is better that we go to the next one. Everyone with me on this? यहाँ तक clear है? पक्का? Okay, perfect. What else? Now, with altitude, the density of gases reduce. Yes, they decrease. The impact of mixing fades away. That's also there. So after 80 kilometers, they will get a chance to layer. Get that? With altitude, pressure falls. Why pressure falls? Because the gases, pressure is the weight of the gases. Because the gases are no longer there. ऊपर तो गैस ही खत्म हो गई ना. So pressure is also not there. And third and fourth and the last thing is temperature falls. Temperature falls with altitude. Why does temperature fall? Because atmosphere is cooled from below. It is not the sun which is heating the atmosphere, the heat that we feel. The Earth's atmosphere, average temperature of Earth's atmosphere is 15 to 16 degrees Celsius. Get that? So atmosphere is heated from below. This I have talked in foundation classes also. Some of you would have done enviromatics with me. Usme bhi bataya when global warming I was explaining. So very elementary thing. So let me not explain that. Can I take that liberty? Yes. Say in exosphere the graph widens, does the mixing. So that graph is not for amount of mixing. That graph is not about amount of mixing. Okay. उसके अलग पैरामीटर्स हैं, so don't get confused. वो तो आपको दिखाने के लिए था, just to tell you that is that graph does not convey mixing. I hope you got that. Some of you are into this, no, you will draw everything. जो भी टीचर ने बनाया वो सब बना लो भाई, यही काम आने वाला है. I'm saying the parameter might be different. वो ग्राफ उसके लिए नहीं था. ठीक है भैया, you got your answer. So everyone, so there is a person who is used to go on long walks, Dandi Yatra type. He's gone as high as long as 50 kilometer walk किया हुआ. Yes, a marathon is going to happen. Recently, a marathon is going to happen. True. And marathon is how many kilometers is marathon? Full marathon, not half marathon. Around 40 kilometers. Okay, 40, 41, 42.7. So I remember it's around 40. 42 men guys 42. Chali theek. So can this person who's used to long walks, 50 kilometers, can he complete this? For him, will this be easy or not? He is used to long walks. You are saying yes. So will this help him win the race? You will say yes. But the fact is, he is used to long walks, but not in one go. He takes a lot of breaks. At a time, he has never done more than 7 kilometers. So this thing will not help him. Yes or no? True or no? In fact, you have to win the race, you have to do 42 divided by time also. Yes or no? You will need a speed. Speed is what? Speed is nothing, rate of change with the time. Can I say speed is nothing but rate of change with time? So a car is moving at 60 kilometers per hour. So it will change the distance. How much? 60 kilometers within 1 hour. And you are walking, your bicycle does 15 kilometers per hour. So your rate of change is less. Is everyone okay? So ऐसे ही, there can be a rate of change of temperature. Rate of change of temperature. That is called temperature gradient. Will you remember that? There can be a rate of change of pressure. What will you call it? Pressure gradient. Is everyone okay? So these are simple vocabulary things I need to do with you. So if the word comes pressure gradient means with distance pressure must be changing. And if the rate is high, if the change is too much, that means steep pressure gradient. Yes or no? And if the rate is slow, that is gentle pressure gradient. Is everyone with me on this? So rate of change of temperature is temperature gradient. Rate of change of pressure is pressure gradient. Yes. Rate of change of distance or speed is speed. That's what we're talking about. So speed is what we are here. Now I want to tell you, as the person moves up, the temperature is falling. Can I say the temperature gradient is there? Yes, Naidu, you're absolutely correct with respect to time. There is a temperature. Can I say this is a vertical temperature gradient because it is happening vertically? Can we have a horizontal temperature gradient also? Is it possible? So temperature in Kerala, temperature in Madhya Pradesh, temperature in Delhi, Uttarakhand. Can I measure it over space? So that will horizontal space. Presume everything is space only, bache. One is horizontal space, other is vertical space. Purvi latitude lena, latitude le lo. You can latitude and altitude. Okay. So can I have a latitudinal pressure gradient or temperature gradient? Can I have a altitudinal pressure gradient or temperature gradient? Is everyone okay with that? Rate of change of temperature with place is latitudinal or horizontal. Rate of change of temperature with altitude is altitudinal or vertical. Is everyone okay? Basic vocabulary coming to you. You can jot certain things. It has been found that the atmospheric temperature falls at a rate of 6.5 degrees Celsius per kilometer. This is the average value of it. 6.5 degrees Celsius per kilometer. And what is happening to the temperature? It is falling. Falling means decreasing. We use the word lapse rate. So instead of temperature gradient, what did we use the word? Lapse rate. And since this is found normally in the environment, this is called normal lapse rate or environment lapse rate. With altitude, the temperature falls. Is everyone okay? Why is the temperature falling? Why is the temperature falling? Because Earth is cooled from below. If you go away from the heat source, जैसे जैसे आप जहां भी गर्मी होती है उससे दूर जाएंगे, तो आपके पास तापमान कम होगा. As you go away from the heat source, your heat will be less. That is impacting you. That is happening over here. Normal and environment lapse rate. Is everyone clear on this? ठीक है? तो ये हो रहा है. यहाँ तक clear? Okay, everyone. पता कैसे चलता है? Who is the scientist? Meteorologist with a lot of love and respect for him. Yes, love and respect for him. This is how we get to know. What does he do? He releases balloons. Weather balloon. Thermometer and everything उसको लगाकर वो balloon छोड़ता है, उसमें temperature होता है, reading आ जाता है. Yes, some of you would have watched that क्या है वो Rocket Boys. Yes, होमी भागो पे Rocket Boys देखा है. उसमें starting में balloon भेज रहा है कि नहीं ऊपर? So those cosmic waves, if you've seen that, they're releasing weather balloons and those observatory things. So I have not watched Rocket Boys, sir. I'm not allowed, sir. I only study, sir. I want to become IAS. कोई बात नहीं, Rocket Boys देखेगा तो IAS बनेगा, कोई दिक्कत. गहराइयों में problem हो सकती है. Rocket Boys no problem. You can watch. Is everyone okay? यहाँ तक क्लियर? Am I audible or visible या सब हैंग हो गया है? So meteorologists release weather balloons and weather balloons collect that information and that information gives us data that the temperature is falling with altitude. Everyone, is the transmission happening? Yes? Okay, perfect. ठीक है, यहाँ तक आ गए? तो we found if this is the altitude of the atmosphere, we found that if this is 0 degrees, if this is minus 50 degrees, if this is plus 50 degrees, and this is ground level, 0 kilometers, if I go up, what should happen to the temperature? What should happen to the temperature? Point 0, point A, point B, point C. So temperature should decrease. Okay. So what is the value at this thing? So I found that at ground the value is 15 degrees. 15 degrees Celsius. Is everyone okay? Because remember, atmosphere average temperature is that. Now when I rose to probably 2 kilometers, the temperature was 0. True? 5, मतलब 6.5. Okay. Then came point B. उधर और ऊपर गया तो और temperature. So temperature will fall. Get that? With altitude, what happens to the temperature? Temperature falls. True. So when their weather balloons were showing them, they were happy. But a point came that this temperature fall stopped. This temperature fall stopped. And the temperature began to rise. And came back to 0. With altitude, something anomalous. Remember the word anomalous? What is anomalous? Something which is not ordinary. Something which is a deviation. So deviation happened. So scientists decided to call this layer where temperature falls with altitude or where we have normal lapse rate. They decided to call it troposphere. They found that troposphere's average height is 13 kilometers. How much is the average height? 13 kilometers. And this height is higher at the poles. Sorry, higher at the equator and lower at the poles. 8 kilometers at poles, 18 kilometers at equator. And this line where the temperature fall stops, that line was called tropopause, where one layer ends, like we had homopause, the point where one layer ends and the other layer begins, that is called that is called a pause. Is everyone clear with that? तो अपने पास क्या हो गया problem? A pause has come. A pause has come. This is tropopause, and whatever is the layer, that layer is called. Dushyant is saying why this is happening. They don't know why this is happening. They just knew that this is happening. This is happening. They decided to first respect that observation that this is happening. Now they are scientists. Remember, they are not geographers. So they decided to find out. So they took the samples of the upper atmosphere here, and they found that this area is rich in ozone. And their science told them that ozone is formed through this reversible reaction, O2 plus nascent oxygen. This is a photochemical reaction. This happens in the presence of sunlight. UV rays क्यों लेकर आ रहे हो बच्चे? पहले sunlight तो ले आए. Ozone and this thing. And if you are a science student, you know what does this mean. This reaction has a delta H. So this variation 8 and 18 kilometer due to convection. Yes, this is due to convection. What is delta H? Energy is released. Exothermic reaction. So everyone, Earth's surface was hot. Earth's surface was hot. Atmosphere was heated from below. As a result, when you were going away from the Earth's surface, the heat was reducing. Yes or no? So your temperature was falling. Now what has happened? Your temperature is increasing. So somewhere some heat must be generated. Where is this mystery heat coming from? The meteorologists found out that this mystery heat is nothing but the entire ozone formation and ozone related processes are exothermic. That is why a local source of heat is created over there, which causes the atmosphere to heat. And they found that this heating continues up to 50 kilometers. And after that, the atmosphere once again comes back to normal lapse rate and it starts cooling, this time going all the way up to minus 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, that they call this layer as stratosphere. Within the stratosphere, there is a belt which has a lot of ozone in it. That is called ozonosphere. Get that? The point where local heat is no longer causing the heating. Stratopause, no slant here, generally 50 kilometers. And once again, normal lapse rate begins. This, they call it, is mesosphere. This comes at a height of 80 kilometers. But 80 kilometers, I am reminded, is also homosphere. Remember, the mixing influences happen over there. So actually, homosphere, based on lapse rate, not density. Based on what? Lapse rate can be divided into 3 layers. 1, 2, 3 layers. Where we have normal lapse rate here, normal lapse rate here, inverted or negative lapse rate here. Is everyone okay? If the temperature begins to rise with altitude, the term is inverted lapse rate or negative lapse rate. Otherwise, it is normal or positive lapse rate. Is everyone okay with the vocabulary? The biggest challenge with a beginner is vocabulary समझ आनी चाहिए. You must understand the vocabulary easy, step by step. Are you understanding it or not? And as I've already told you, climatology lectures are so designed that they are basics, first 6 lectures, and advanced will come later on. Everyone with me on this? इनके बारे में कुछ लिखवा देते. If you just dictate something, sir, so moksha will happen tonight. I'll be able to sleep also, sir. I paid fees also, sir. It will be paisa vasool, value for money if you give some notes also. That's also true. So this is the notes. Okay. Homosphere contains 99% of the mass of the Earth's atmosphere. Most of the atmosphere is in homosphere. 99% is there only. Imagine, did I tell you that above this, the atmosphere, the gases are very less? Yes. Also, its composition is fixed. Remember, homosphere is dry air. 78%, 21% trace amount of other gases. Is everyone okay with trace amount? क्या होता है? When you have little amount. Little amount means trace amount. Some of you might say, sir, trace तो बताया नहीं. Trace नहीं बताया, sir. Value for money not coming, sir. Yes. So Hindi medium people will say, sir, trace बहुत मुश्किल है. Trace मतलब एकदम नगण्य जो होते हैं, जो गिनने लायक नहीं है, बहुत थोड़े से, बहुत ही संकुचित सीमित मात्रा में. ठीक है? Argon, carbon dioxide, they are very little amount. Although the composition remains same, the concentration of air decreases with altitude. Remember the density? Well, concentration will decrease. Furthermore, 3 layers are troposphere. This term means literally turnover. Vertical mixing is happening in troposphere. Maximum mixing कहाँ पर होती है? Troposphere is also called the weather sphere. All the weather events are happening here only. Is everyone okay? Troposphere is the bottommost layer which exists from ground to about 11 kilometers. I told you, ऊपर नीचे सब हो रहा है. 8 to 18. 90% of the water vapor and aerosol is dust only. 99% of the water vapor and dust is here only. That is why I told you, water and dust stay down. And do you know, if you've read NCERT, I gave the pre-reading for all of you. If you have read that, what would have happened? उसकी वजह से क्या होगा? You will have the advantage that you know that dust particles are responsible for precipitation. उसी से बारिश होती है. Yes or no? Hygroscopic nuclei, if you have heard of that. So अगर वो नहीं होंगे, if those nuclei are not there, rain will not happen. So why rain is not happening in upper atmosphere? Why clouds are not being created in other layers? Very rare to find layers. Stratosphere develops clouds. Those are called stratospheric clouds. Very rare. It happens only in polar areas. But otherwise, they don't have clouds. So 99% of everything is here only. Rising air. Remember, air rises because of convection and all those things, replaces higher, cooler air. And the troposphere is part of the atmosphere. Nearly all weather phenomena are happening. Stratosphere is the middle layer. Remember, 15 to 50. And ozone layer is found. Mesosphere is the topmost layer of homosphere, 50 to 80 kilometer. Here, due to decreasing absorption of solar energy, it is rarefied. The atmosphere is very, very less. And the coldest part of the Earth's atmosphere, the temperature below is minus 43. So I wrote 100. You can write it minus 140. Minus 140 to 150. Minus 140 to 150. In fact, after this, what begins? After this begins thermosphere, where we say the heat increases. Is everyone okay? So are we clear about homosphere? Homosphere done. फोटो में कैसा लगता है? फोटो, this is the photo. Troposphere, stratosphere, homosphere. What is this? Meteor. What is meteor? When extraterrestrial objects enter Earth's atmosphere, they burn. They start burning. So they are found in mesosphere. Sir, why they are not found in stratosphere, sir? So why they are not found in a layer above that? See, layer above that, remember 99% of the molecules are here, 1% molecule here. So layer above that is no more friction. Gases are too less. Get that? And why not below mesosphere? अरे मीसो में सब जल जाता है, कुछ बचेगा तभी तो. बच गया तो फिर सिर पे ही आके लगेगा. ऐसा ना? If it crosses mesosphere, if it enters stratosphere, so you should be happy. Second line of defense is there. Otherwise, Ukraine will happen at home. Get that? So it is in the mesosphere that atmospheric gases are considerable to offer friction. इतना है कि वो friction देना शुरू करते हैं यहाँ से. अधिकांशतः यहीं पर जल जाएगा. Most of the times, the fire or whatever you were looking at, it will burn in this layer. निचले स्तरों पर आने से पहले वो जल जाता है, नीचे नहीं दिखता है. So in thermosphere, temperature is rising. Why? GI is saying in thermosphere, temperature is rising. Why? ये भी सही कहा इन्होंने. पता है टेम्परेचर कितना बढ़ जाता है? 2000 डिग्री सेल्सियस. 2000 डिग्री सेल्सियस. So if I tell all my students, Jia, Dolly, Prasoon, Saurabh, चलो thermosphere. So क्या chance है? You will burn over there. No, you will not burn over there. That temperature is there. That temperature is there, but that temperature is not in terms of sensible heat. That temperature is in terms of molecular velocity. Okay. So that thermosphere is not that heated wala thermosphere. That thermosphere is more energy. So everyone, tell me one thing. What is the duration? अरे duration exceed हो गई, क्लास खत्म करने संध्या. अगर आप बहुत थक गए हो और पक गए हो तो बस मैं एकदम खत्म कर रहा हूं. I'm sorry. आप लोगों को इतना परेशान किया मैंने. And I can understand people who are attending the class for the first time. They're not used to sitting for so long. So ये तो marathon हो गया. Yes or no? I am sorry. I'm just ending the class. I just wanted to finish the topic. That is why I've extended this. Please allow me that liberty, and I'm really sorry. Okay. So everyone, please pay attention. क्या बात कर रहे हैं हम? I was in school and we had what? We had neutrons in this, protons in this, and outside my teacher told me there are electrons. Yes, and then my teacher told me that if radiations come, these radiations can knock out. Radiations can knock out the electron, and excited electron, like many students become in classes, they jump and go to a higher orbit. And what happens to the nucleus? Nuclear vibrations increase. Do we get that? We can measure them through nuclear spectroscopy. True. So everyone, please get that. Sun's rays are coming to the atoms, gas atoms, atmospheric gas atoms, and they are directly absorbed, and the nuclear vibrations increase and electrons get excited. Do we get that? And my teacher also told me sometimes इतने excite हो जाते हैं कि they leave the atom and they go free. As a result, the atom is one electron short, it turns into an ion. The process is called ionization. Is everyone okay? So at a height of 100 kilometers to 400 kilometers. Enjoying sir, but 10 से continuously class कर रहे हैं. I get that. बिल्कुल संध्या, बस ये खत्म कर रहा हूँ. Give me 5 minutes. Promise. आप बढ़िया से खाना खाएंगे, मैं भी खाऊंगा. The constant mixing and turbulence help to prevent constituent gases from separating out to individual layers. What is the turbulence here? बताया तो. Convection is a form of turbulence, no? विशिष्ट. Convection is a form of turbulence. Your cyclones are form of turbulence. वो सारी चीजें. अच्छा, चलिए बस खत्म करें क्लास को. Please let me finish this. So around 100 to 400 kilometers height, 100 to 400 kilometers height, straight away the atoms start absorbing the radiations, and two things are happening. What is happening? Nuclear vibrations are fast, like you can see my finger. Abhi nahi pakad pa rahe, so that's vibration, and electrons are being knocked out. Get that? So nuclear vibrations, when they increase, that can be measured through nucleospectroscopy, and that is a measure of the energy. And that is why when we say temperature is increasing, this is not sensible heat. What is increasing? Nuclear vibrations are increasing. And what is happening to the gases? So gases were getting layered, remember? We are in heterosphere now. What were the layers? Oxygen, sorry, hydrogen, helium, oxygen, nitrogen. Now they are getting this. They are getting these radiations. And what happens? Inke electrons bahar chale jayenge. When their electrons go out, what will they turn into? They'll turn into ions. Ions, and they will create what? Ionosphere. So have you heard of thermosphere? And within thermosphere, we have ionosphere. And do we understand what is thermo in this? Thermo doesn't mean the sensible heat. It is about the nuclear, the velocity of those things that we are talking about. And did we also say that one of the ways of measuring that is nuclear spectroscopy? Baki meteorologists ke paas tarike hain. Can we leave it to them? So everyone, can you see heterosphere will have 2 layers then? Like homosphere had 3 layers, 1, 2, 3. Get that? And heterosphere will have 2 layers. And in ionosphere, my teacher also told me that when this happens, no, sometimes this fellow can be knocked out. ये तो बाहर चला गया, इतना पी लिया कि ये बाहर हो गया. Sometimes this fellow is able to come back. When it comes back to the ground state, it releases photons. What are photons? Light particles. And that beautiful light particles gives birth to a phenomena called aurora. So where are auroras formed? That beautiful light that is seen around the polar areas. It is seen only in the polar areas. वहीं पे ionized ज़्यादा होता है. Get that? That beautiful light is happening in the ionosphere. So everyone, वापस जा रहा हूँ photo पर. Now do you understand what is thermosphere? What is aurora? Those beautiful colors. And where is it happening? It is happening in the ionosphere. सर वो लंच टाइम हो गया, बट कुछ लिखवा देते तो पैसा पूरा वसूल हो जाता. फुल फीस सर. Yes, value for money. Above 80 kilometer, uniform है, molecular different gases are arranged, stratified, nitrogen, oxygen, helium, hydrogen, thermosphere. It is the lower layer of heterosphere, lying above 80 to 460 kilometer. Temperature increases. साथ में लिख दिया, but such temperature are not comparable to those experienced near Earth's surface. Temperature is defined in terms of the average speed of the molecular vibrations. Exosphere, people. Exosphere is the top layer of heterosphere. When the atmosphere turns into space, exosphere. So remember exosphere, around 500 to 1000 kilometer. I told you in the very beginning. Somebody asked me, no, exobase is the bottom. Exobase ke upar, that is there. Is everyone okay? Layered atmosphere also done. Ionosphere, where is it created? Within the thermosphere, ionization happens. Lower portion of the thermosphere, molecules of nitrogen and oxygen are readily ionized by short wave. Positively charged ions and negatively charged ions are more dense, and this is used for what? Have you heard of radio communication? Radio waves, when they come close to the ionosphere, they bend. They bend, that is the refraction which happens, and as a result, you can get radio signals on that. Heat and temperature कल बताएंगे. Jia ने कहा, why aurora is not visible from India? So Jia, tell me why Ukraine war is not visible from India? Jia is saying why aurora is not visible from India. So Ukraine war is not visible because it is far off. Get that? So we are living on a sphere, बच्चे. We are living on a sphere, and generally this ionization happens close to the pole. तो वो आपको उतना दिखाई नहीं देती. Sir, but pole पे pole star तो दिखता है. Pole star I can see. But a pole star is at what height? Pole star is a star, very very far off. So you can see a star. But this is within our atmosphere, ना बच्चे. Within our atmosphere. तो यहाँ तक दिखता है. इन लोगों को दिख जाएगा. Do we get that? अब एक और बात बता रहा हूँ, and please don't take it as a joke, you know. किसी को मैंने ऐसे बोल दिया, अरे सर मजाक उड़ा दिया. Please thank you for asking this question. I am respecting your question. क्या नाम है? जिया ने पूछा है. So जिया, please keep asking your question. ऐसा मत सोचो कि मैंने ऐसे कहा. But I just wanted to tell you. Have you heard this thing that solar eclipse is about to happen? It will be visible only in this belt, only in these countries. These countries will be able to see full solar eclipse. This will be partial. तो वो उसका logic है. जिया, I hope you got your answer. कि जो हमारी लोकेशन है वो पोल पर ही क्रिएट ज्यादा होता है, बिकॉज आई टेल यू व्हाई, यू नो, लाइक दोस कॉस्मिक रेडिएशंस आर गोइंग टुवर्ड्स द पोल्स, दे आर मोर बिकॉज ऑफ आवर अर्थ्स मैग्नेटिक फील्ड. तो सारी जो रेडिएशंस है वो पोल की तरफ डायरेक्ट हो जाती है, और आप और मैं दूर है. सो आई हैव ट्रैवल्ड टू दीस एरियाज, नॉर्वे, स्वीडन, आई हैव सीन देम ऑल दीस ऑरोरा, सो आई नो व्हाई दे आर विजिबल. तो आप प्रॉब्ली जी थोड़ा विजुअलाइज नहीं कर पाए. सो हीट एंड टेम्परेचर कल करना शुरू करें. सो ये मैंने शिफ्ट कर दिया आप लोगों के लिए. कुछ लोग पूछ रहे हैं होमवर्क क्या है. बिल्कुल ठीक है, होमवर्क वही है जो इसी क्लास का था. सर आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन रिगार्डिंग हैंडआउट, आई विल बी कंपाइलेशन ऑफ स्लाइड्स. नो 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 देवेश, हैंडआउट्स विल बी सेपरेट फ्रॉम दिस. हैंडआउट्स विल बी पीडीएफ मटेरियल. सो ऑल स्टूडेंट्स, थैंक यू फॉर आस्किंग दिस क्वेश्चन देवेश. हैंडआउट्स विल बी डिफरेंट. प्रॉपर बुक से, हमने टेक्स्ट बुक से जो निकाला है वो पार्ट रहेगा. तो क्या पढ़ना है एवरीवन? यू हैव टू रीड दिस पार्ट. मेड सिंपल है तो करेंगे, नहीं तो मैं आपको बता देता हूँ कौन सा चैप्टर. एवरीवन, ज्योग्राफी एनसीईआरटी तो सबके पास है कि नहीं है? So chapter 9 of NCERT. क्लियर हो गया? Just a minute. Chapter 9, chapter 8 हो गया. After that, please read chapter 9. Chapter 9 for lecture 2. For tomorrow's lecture, please read chapter 9. What is the title of chapter 9? Let me tell you. Chapter 9's title is, वो मैंने slide नहीं लगाया था, solar radiation, heat balance and temperature. Solar radiation, heat balance and temperature. Can we do that? So the material will also be uploaded. That material is PDF. I hope. I'm sorry for this prolonging the class. Starting में there were so many doubts and so many instructions which were to be given in the first class. So that is why it took longer time. And I'll keep that 2.5 hours only. And I hope you were able to understand. And I'm glad that all of you participated. All the questions are welcome. Please use your imagination and keep learning in this. Make sure you read NCERT. Okay, that. So should I take a printout of these slides? No need. No need. Okay, that.